Hello.
Hi, guys. What's up?
Hi, guy.
Hi, guy.
Hi, guy.
Whoa.
What?
That's kind of
It's from
A
that
little
episode
scary.
of The Critic where they were trying.
scary.
He was
Well,
he
a little
was trying
scary.
to he was trying to replace Siskel and Ebert. Remember?
Yes, Ben. It's
All
scary.
right. Hi, guy.
So welcome
Some
to this
boogies.
week's.
Guy.
Welcome to the first New
There's some
Year,
booger.
first of the New Year edition of TNT. For everyone who's just now tuning in,
TNT,
It's our
huh?
New Year's show,
first of
I
the
guess.
year, New Year, do us. No, that's bullshit.
You're
But
gonna see a whole new Seymour Skinner. No, we're not. Yes, mother.
So,
Well,
yeah,
it's a new you. I'm just you're new, Frank. This is probably the lowest you've been on the show.
what?
Luck wise, I suppose.
Yeah,
Pretty decent for having a crappy day.
We'll get into my luck when it's my catch-up time. Let's start from what I view here. Ben, what have you been up to?
Well, right now I've been trying
Don't have
to.
time for it. Sorry.
Anyway,
That shit never gets old.
so as I was saying,
Are you sitting in front of a flashlight telling us spooky ghost stories, Ben?
no, I'm drawing, Frank, because I'm trying to design a new piece of art for my podcast, the No Rights podcast, which is supposed to be debuting again
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Yeah, let's just
This summer.
let's cut to your screen, Ben, and we'll just draw with Ben.
No, that's all right.
Happy little trees here. That's
No, if the people want to see this, they have to actually check out my show.
We'll
we
just
checked out of your show and went on to our own show.
No, I mentioned this on that blog I posted on my site, Frank. I'm still friends with you guys. It wasn't a getting rid of. It was this show is its own thing, and I should just let you guys actually take over it because you've kind of unofficially taken over it over the course of its runtime.
Like a fart in an elevator.
yeah, the boss quit, so the company went.
So you call me the boss, huh? Cool. I'm Bruce Springsteen.
Well, you were the boss.
Born in the USA.
Actually,
Hey.
I remember that one time I showed that picture of the LA Beast throwing up, and you're getting mad that one time. You're like, "Don't ever show that on the show again."
Well, I'm like, he quit using those for thumbnails because he would have to say vomit warning because people don't want to see that. It's like some people, they see somebody vomiting and then they start vomiting.
So, what have you been up to, Ben, other than saying our show sucks?
I never said anything about your show. I said it's your own baby. Why don't you take your own baby and let me raise my baby? Baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's just go to your screen. We can watch you draw. There's not gonna be any music or audio or anything. I'll just be drawing.
You guys, you're not gonna rile me up this year. I'm a new man. I'm just gonna say, doggone it, people like me. I'm Stuart Smalley. So anyway, happy trees.
Well, I'm just messing, man. Go ahead. What? I'm sure you've been up to a lot, man.
Yeah, I've been up to
Been a
stuff.
while.
Vacation with my mom for 2 weeks in California before the new year. Been fussing with my site to update some stuff and move it around. You'll notice I put the blog front and center because I'm going to be blogging about projects as I work on them. I've been meaning to relaunch the podcast. I haven't had time to record because I wanted to try and get a new image for it when I, put the feed up because I don't know. You know how Apple's things are. They're like, okay, the album for the podcast art or whatever has to be this size, and they're like, not like the minimum is like 1,400 something, and they're like, but we'd really like it to be like 3,000 wide. It's like, well, if I'm starting a new season, I might as well just draw a new one. So
Yeah. By the way, I have to interject something. This is episode 24 of the show. We're not gonna do any crazy season 15 episode 1. It's gonna keep going incremental numbers.
So on episode 568,
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
We're desperate for viewers, and we make out with each other.
Well, I thought that was
Let's go.
episode 3. I mean, I don't.
Shh. Check the backlog, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Well, people would say, I've had people ask me on Twitter, they're like, so Minecraft and Chill, do you guys actually fuck on that show? Or, I'm like, you have to watch to find out.
I can't give away all our secrets.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna Reed, I'd like to do a shout out to our main viewer of the show that
Our super fan.
Yeah, super fan of the show.
Go Bears.
Go Bears. I think his name is Quentin.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
Well, you've got him. You've got
I can't remember their names. There's so many.
Yeah,
sorry, guy.
Still listening and liking the show. I missed
Aw.
Ben, but still enjoyed the show with Ian and Frank. I'm gonna look at for all three of you on the next show. 2 thumbs up, TNT, waving 4 fingers and a thumb. Till next time.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wasn't able to come on the on your Goodbye 2016 show because I think I'd been up for like 24 hours or something like that at that point, or something happened.
Well, you were on episode 23 though, because they had your that was their last one. They had a picture of your icon on it.
Oh, wait, was that the one that Ian's thing stopped? I remember now. That was the one where Ian's thing stopped halfway through, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I didn't press the live button. Hold on." And I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on? Ian, what the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just told him, hey, thanks, and we're gonna be. He was on the next one because he commented on 22. I'm not sure if he saw 23 yet, but I told him that you were on 23, and but we're gonna be back tomorrow, which is today now.
Cool.
Tomorrow it's today.
Yesterday.
You gotta find a way of
all my troubles
these
seem
comments
so
out
far
to you
away.
guys, so you know that when they comment on it, you know.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate comments because it means people are watching and cool people. So.
Yeah. We know somebody's listening to us. We're not just talking to ourselves. Like a crazy person.
Right. So, what's Ian been up to then?
Not too much. I'm trying to been getting on the dating apps a lot, talking to a few girls and stuff.
Yeah.
It was kind of like how it was before. I try to talk to some girls. Some of them, get uninterested, and others, you keep talking to and stuff, and you just gotta keep plugging away. It's hard though sometimes,
Right. Let it play.
Yeah. I still got working on projects and stuff. I ordered some more tools and stuff for some of my projects. I ordered some more LED stuff. Yeah. And I'm still working on the board for my computer tower. That's still giving me some problems and stuff.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Because I poured the acrylic stuff on it, and then it it had a lip on it, so you're supposed to when you pour the stuff on, and then it hardens after a day or so. You're supposed to cut the excess off that drips off the sides, and I cut it with an X-Acto knife, but then I was cutting too deep, and I cut into the wood a little bit, so I have a nick on the corner, and then I had to
it's
probably use
personality.
some wood filler or something.
It gives it personality, and that's what all the bumps are,
No, that's herpes, Ben.
Oh, okay. So you're saying I should talk to my doctor about that? Okay.
You have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. Please stop listening to our show.
I ordered I was wanting to play it for a while, but I ordered that expansion thing. I know it's a little bit older, but I ordered that expansion for the Saints Row 4, that Get Out of Hell thing. It was only $9, so.
Well, it's a deal. Why not?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I guess nothing different. Not a whole lot's different. Had a pretty good holiday with the folks, which I was meaning to ask, how was your guys' holidays and stuff? Was it pretty relaxing with the family and stuff. Hopefully, drama free.
Well, drama for the most part. It was when you're sharing a hotel room with your mom who snores loud and likes having the TV on for white noise. It's like, oh, thank you, noise canceling headphones. You saved my life.
Well, that was her vacation, bro. She didn't have to bring you along.
No, she wanted me to come along because she would get lost without me, Frank.
Yeah. She can find a movie theater by herself.
No, she couldn't. Who was the one, do you think, programming everything into the GPS, and then whenever she'd ask, where do I turn? And I'd start answering, and then the GPS would go, turn here. Like, why? Whatever.
Well, anyway. Yeah.
So, I forget, what was you guys doing? You guys went on vacation somewhere?
Well, she's looking, when she retires, she wants to retire somewhere where it doesn't snow all the time, and, so, California is the place you ought to go. So, been checking that out. Wanted to see what it's like in this one area, because she went there previously during the summer to check out what it was like, during the hot weather, and then she went to check it out during the winter, and she's like, well, it seems even nicer now, during the winter than it was during the summer. Like, well, yeah, because summer's going to be the height of hot weather. Yeah, that's.
And you don't got all these nerds dressed up and going to Comic-Con.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing is, like, with Christmas and stuff out there, it's like every restaurant had Christmas music playing, and there were lights all out, because, like, otherwise you wouldn't know. So, of course, you go to a place and there's Feliz Navidad.
Please, I'm my dog.
It's like, here it's just, whatever, a few places decorate. It didn't even really snow here around Christmas, it's like all gray and whatever. There it's like decorative and, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Because we have to remind ourselves that it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Christmas in my heart.
Actually, I got something to think about because my parents, they've been planning for a while. They're going to they've been vacationing a lot all the time down to North Carolina, and they bought like a condo that until they retire, they're renting out and stuff and trying to make some money off of that. And but they're gonna, when they retire, they're probably gonna move out there, and they offered to maybe, like, if I wanted to help find me a place or something down there. So like I might move down there because it's nicer weather and stuff,
Yeah, my mom was considering a place in North Carolina because of a friend of hers, used to live there, and then she moved back. So she was like, "Oh, you can come and check out these lots I have." And she checked there, and it's like kind of rainy and cold. She's like, "That's it's like that's fine." It's just she's like, if I want to go somewhere warm, it's like it's not that much warmer.
Oh yeah, Ben, I meant to mention one of the girls that I was talking to on the dating site. Which is Tinder. She went to AIP for a little bit, like a little bit less than a year. She was going for culinary, and she decided to change her mind though. And there was like a lot of people that did that. They decided it wasn't what they wanted to do, and then they dropped
well,
out.
That's what college is, man. I mean, the average college student changes majors like 4 times. It's like you shouldn't expect an 18-year-old to know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Just commit thousands of dollars to it. That's all.
Yeah, I've considered going back to school, but it's like, well, all my student loans are paid off. I think if I invest in projects, I can't go as in debt as I would going back to school. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're on Tinder. That's the reason I laughed, is because you just threw that in there real quick.
Well, a lot of people are looking for relationships and not as much as hookups. I was sort of surprised.
Well, did you see I'm sorry, Ben. There was an article with Tinder VR.
Oh, really?
Rejection in VR. That'd be great.
No. It's literally, it's a headset. It's one headset that's got a strap on both ends, and you and a stranger will be strapped, looking each other in the eye. There's no actual VR at all. It's just a fucking headset that looks like VR.
Oh, okay.
I saw that. I was like, what?
Well, the thing about Tinder is it's amusing because it's like you see the post and they're like, I'm not looking for hookups, I'm looking for a real commitment. You know, it's like, well, why would you be on a thing if that's what that's what's there? You know, it's kind of like going.
I'm
It's
not
like
looking
being
for
on
hookups,
Amazon.
but if you got one, I'll take it.
I'm just saying, it's like going onto Amazon and going, everybody's trying to sell something, and I'm here because of my love of online poker. Why doesn't anybody understand this? You know, or it's like they go to Craigslist and they're trying to sell a boat and housewares. It's like it's weird to me the way people list things online. Like, like you read somebody's Tinder or OkCupid profile, and it's like, look, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to find the one. And it's like, if you don't have a job and you're in a car and you're out this and that, I'm just like, wow, do you do this to people at bars? Does every guy that approach you in a bar, you're just like, look, if you're gonna talk to me, you better have a job.
When I actually was on the, I met my wife on Match, and when I was looking, it was all, I'm all about Jesus. Well, I'm not going to read any further into your profile.
Yeah, I like on OkCupid how it shows like, oh, this match, they're compared to other users, they're more conservative and more old-fashioned. You go, no, thank you.
Do not want.
That's all right.
This girl that I talked, go ahead, Frank.
No, never mind. Go ahead.
This girl that I talked to, she's only 24 though, so she.
So she's one of those. The thing is, when you find anybody like 20 and around that age, it's all open relationships. You're just like, what?
No.
I don't know.
She wants a real relationship and stuff. I was talking to her. She's kind of down lately though because her dad just passed away.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that would be a reason to be down. That's.
I thought you were going to say down to fuck. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
No, I tried to date a 22-year-old before I met my wife.
And how old were you, Frank?
26.
Yeah, it's like,
doesn't sound like a big number because I knew people that are like 50. I got a buddy, he's 15 years older than his fiance. Oh no.
Well, it's
22.
just like if you look at a person's profile and like what they're looking for, and they're like, I'm 20. If you're over 30, I'm blocking you. It's like, well, okay, gee. I mean, no offense, but like you're gonna stay young, in your 20s and for 10 years, and then you're gonna suddenly creep into 30, and it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it is. This is Logan's run, Ben.
Well, who was that comedian? Was it I can't remember her name, but she was like, oh, in your 20s you go through men like Kleenex, and then when you reach in your 30s, you find all the Kleenex empty, you're digging through the trash can trying to find a half-used one. Where's the guy who was too nice? Oh, stupid, too nice.
Yeah, I was asking her how are the new dorms, and she said they were okay, but like I guess they have a new thing, like a new different types of rooms now since it's it's a new dorms, but it's like there's 6 people, so it was her and 5 other roommates, and I think it was like a 3-bedroom. Only. Yeah. It's cheaper though. It was $900. I remember when we were going, it was like $1,600.
I don't remember, man. That was back in 2000.
The tech school I went to, there was an apartment complex behind it, so that was their dorms. It was you and like however many people. I think it was like 4 guys and you in an apartment. It was like a townhouse, but the place paid for all your utilities, so people just left their shit on all the time because they weren't fucking paying for it.
Well, I remember
it probably looks like those people that try to hide those Mexican, like illegal immigrants in their house or something, where they have like 10 beds in the bedroom.
Right, and people sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember like we lived in the dorms for AIP, and they had culinary students, but then there was also a culinary institute that housed students across from us, and like if you got too close to their windows, they'd throw stuff out at you. It's like, wow, all right. And then I remember Dad trying to find me to pick me up on time, and he's like, I asked somebody where the school was, and he told me it was at the other end of town. I'm like, yeah, Dad, there's more than one school in Pittsburgh.
Well. So So what I've been up to, everybody.
Okay, we don't have time. Let's move on with the show.
Don't worry, Ben. You're not the host. What Ian?
No, we got to get to Frank's. It's pretty crazy.
I don't remember if we started chatting about why I'm in this different room.
He's on the witness protection program. He killed a guy.
So this is our Buckeye room. When I met my wife, I told you she's an OSU graduate, so she was a Buckeye, which I'm from Ohio. That's awesome. I married a Buckeye who had a Buckeye room in her house. And I can't complain about this because I have my nerd cave, which has all my nerd shit in it. So, and a garage with my car and all my car shit in it. So, I've really taken over little parts of the house. So, this is where we use this room for my server, and this old iMac, which used to be my main rig, got bumped down here.
Mm-hmm.
So, what have I been up to? Well, I bought an M.2 drive for my computer because I needed more space, and I got a terabyte drive, and I cloned my hard drive, and I was in the process of putting it onto the new hard drive. It got up to 68%, and it seemed to freeze, so I went away and left it for about an hour. I came back, it was still on 68%, so I powered down the computer, and I restart, and I didn't get any BIOS or anything. And that was like midnight last night. I was up till about 3 or 4 this morning, trying different things, troubleshooting. Yeah, tearing it apart, taking RAM out, putting RAM back in, reset the CMOS, took the battery completely out, took the GPU out and put it back in, put it in a different PCIe slot, etc., etc. And I was still like,
etc.
I have no onboard graphics. It's all the GPU. So my monitor just kept saying not connected. It would know it was connected to a GPU though, because I plug it in and it would light up and then say there's no connection. So I was like, okay, what the fuck happened? And I took the M.2 back out because it wasn't fully loaded with the backup I had made. So to get to it, I had to take the GPU out, and the whole time it kept catching on the PCIe slot, right where the clip is to open it up, just like a DIMM slot for your RAM. And in doing this, it got stuck and tore the solder off of the motherboard. So whether that was the initial problem or not, I still need a new motherboard. Yeah, I need a new motherboard. So I've been comparing online. Luckily, I'm running an AMD rig, and since Zen is on the horizon, mine's going to be pretty budget friendly pretty soon here.
Yeah, I was telling him, well, maybe it'll give you an excuse to get one that's compatible with the Zen, but it's kind of like bad timing because it would still be a little bit far away for him, you know. I mean,
it wouldn't make sense because it hasn't been introduced, so it's still the cutting edge. So that's not going to be cheap at all. Whereas when I bought my motherboard, it was on sale for $100. I think it typically goes for $130. And I can get a motherboard that'll work with my. Hey.
Bitches!
What did Doug pop in for a second?
Yeah, there he is. Hi, Doug.
Frankie boy.
I was just telling him how bad my day sucks, Doug.
Well, if I had to wake up, look in there, and see you, I'd have a bad day too.
No. I was copying my old hard drive to my new hard drive, and I wasn't even getting a blue screen of death. Computer just wouldn't say there was anything connected. And my GPU tore a PCIe slot out of the motherboard.
Woo!
He's breaking SATA pins, and now he's breaking the GPU slots.
I told Ian.
What the hell did you do?
No, it got stuck.
He just ripped it out, man.
Yeah, frustration.
Oh, smash!
I told him I have big, tough, stupid, clumsy man hands. I'm not. These are made for breaking off.
You do not have big, tough man hands. Ben. You and I have small hands for a dude.
Ben.
You got the girls' class ring when you were in high school. Okay?
I'm not done talking yet. Anyway,
Well, that's because you're telling lies. You are a liar.
hey, you have soft hands like a woman. I have the man hands.
It's not
from
that my
working
hands
with
are
cars.
soft.
It's you are. He's soft with the W, like Doug says it.
Soft.
Frank, show us your class ring from high school.
I can't fit into that anymore.
WFT.
And why is that, Frank?
Anyway, so I have hands that are built for breaking loose rusted engine bolts because I'm a man.
No,
And
you're a man.
That's right. And I handle little dainty things on a fucking computer that I can't even see now. My fucking eyes are going south. I can't even see the pins. Like when I reset the CMOS, you either have a button or you have to switch the jumper to a different set of pins. I couldn't even see the fucking thing. I had to get a set of tweezers, and I thought I broke the fucking thing.
Well, wait a minute, Frank. I do have to put your balls on this one a little bit. Like, how is it that you could be like precise and gentle enough to be doing like pinstriping and stuff, but you can't like not rip a video card out?
Well, have you seen his pinstriping, Ian?
I did not rip the video card out. It got stuck coming out multiple times. I took it out over 4 times, and each time it kept getting stuck in the same spot. So that made it tug it. It didn't rip it completely off. It's just the solder is disconnected on that end.
By the way, Franklin,
Mm.
I got more.
Oh no!
By the way, I do have, especially for you, server case.
Ooh.
It's a janky server case. It's old. Kind of like your hairline, but
I have a special deal for you, my friend.
For you, $9. $9.
I was just going to throw this away, but for you, $50.
It kind of jiggly.
Jock and a ha. Bala Morgulis.
I'm Crazy Gideon.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a server case. I have my server case, and I have the one for you.
Cool.
Andy, dude, I have a shit ton more than I had before.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, look what you've done to this beautiful home. So yeah, I have quite a few pieces. Like, dude, I have to actually reformat a couple hard drives.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a 3 terabyte hard drive now.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple like 500s, couple 320s. I already have a ready to go server that has a terabyte total. I have 4 250 gigabyte drives that are ready to roll. I just need an operating system.
Cool.
So I'm probably going to put Ubuntu server on it. Completely pimping.
I'm standing on what I'm using as a server now. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 5 external hard drives that are at my feet humming away.
Are you running just an NAS or you're running RAID?
No, just a NAS. This is on my old iMac. They're just plugged into it, and I run Plex server on it. I want to get a proper NAS, but
Hey, Doug, they were just finishing up the What We Did This Week chat, so why don't you catch everybody up on what you've been up to?
I have a question for Frank. Real quick. Like, what did you say that you were trying to do before when your computer crashed? Like, were you doing some kind of crazy like, because I know you were doing like, you were trying to clone your hard drive. Were you trying to do a low level type thing or something with that?
No, I had used Macrium, I think is what it's called, the cloning software. You make a USB restored or rescue disk.
Well, I sure didn't rescue, that's for sure.
Wait. What operating system are you running?
Anyway, it used the USB to it has a small copy of Windows on it, and it boots from that.
Excuse me.
And then you use a external drive. You make a copy or an image version of your hard drive on that, and then you do like a regular Windows type install. You boot from the USB drive, and then you tell it, this is your source, this is your drive your copying to, and
This
then
is the church. This is the steeple.
That's right. And it was humming along, man. It was not, it was going by pretty quick. And then I noticed it wasn't moving because I was sitting there watching it. The guy's like, it'll take a half hour. And in 10, 15 minutes, I got up to 60-something%. And then it just sat there. So I was like, shit. So I gave it some time because to write the disk image, it took a half hour. So I was like, well, I'll go off for, and look at some YouTube videos or something. I come back and it's still frozen. The mouse wasn't moving. So I had no option but to restore it. So,
well, do you think it was that, or do you think just the reason it froze was because of the motherboard? You don't think it was causation or whatever?
Well, yeah, I don't know because I took the GPU out because the way the motherboard was rigged up, the M.2 slot was behind the GPU. So I had to take it out to put the M.2 in and then put it back in. And it's a double slot card. It's not a small card. Like as soon as you take the bolts out, you see it start to sag, and you're like, ugh!
So basically, what you're saying is that O behind you stands for "Oh shit! Look what the fuck I've done."
Right. So.
So basically, what you're saying is you urbanced it.
Yeah.
Urbans.
Yeah. So now I just gotta decide which new motherboard I want to put in there.
Dude. Don't make any decisions yet.
Well, I'm not going to upgrade to Ryzen or whatever.
Dude, don't make any decisions yet.
I already have a CPU, Doug, for my main rig.
Well, what's he supposed to wait for? What do you?
Yeah. What's up?
Ponies.
What's up, Doug?
Yeah, what's the? You know about some kind of hotness we don't know about yet?
What's the dealio?
He's trying to sell you on his old machines that he's.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what are you trying to?
I don't think you got any AM3 boards, do you?
AM3 Plus, actually.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
How old is it?
He just bought it like last year.
Yeah.
No, like how old is it? You could buy you could buy some shit last week and it's 10 years old.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean,
when did they come out with the
Is it Bulldozer? Like 2012, I think. That's when I first started, and that was just like the hotness when I built it.
Yeah, because the guy that I have, his hook, he's got like server boards and shit like that.
Well, this is I already have a consumer grade case, and with server boards with a consumer case and stuff, I just want to buy something to make it compatible. I already have everything that's plug and play. This is actually probably going to be the cheapest thing I have in my whole rig. So
basically, what you're telling me is you done fucked it up.
I already told you that, Doug.
Did he tell you too? Like, yeah, when he was trying to add a new hard drive in there, and he was changing the SATA cables, he broke the pins off all of his.
It's because I had it wire managed too tight, and if I went to move anything, it unplugged somewhere else.
Dude, okay. On that subject,
Oh boy.
I want to say here for the internet, for everyone who
TSA
knows
coming.
and loves computers and computer technology, and anybody who makes computers that may be watching this, do us all a favor. Correctly cable manage your damn PCs, okay? I had to do a complete, I'm talking a complete motherfucking hardware switch.
It's not just complete, it's a motherfucking.
And thank goodness I had pretty much the exact same computer on standby already from the one that I had, because all I wanted to do
is have some fun.
Yeah, all I wanted to do was replace a fan, but apparently because of how HP back in the old days decided to cable manage their units, everything was packed so tight. I'm talking just
like a mouse's ear.
So tight, y'all. Yeah, but wait.
Tight.
So damn, just And there's room. There's room. There was room in this case. Okay, I think it was a mini ITX case, and it was one of those HP Pavilion ones that they weren't extremely big, but it's big enough to where you can have some decent cable management in there.
I've got.
Well, if you want to cable manage, the first thing is get a modular power supply. That makes it a lot easier because then you don't have to have all the cords that come with it.
Like, I was replacing the fan and the power supply. And I'm trying to get underneath. The way the pavilions are set up, you have the CD player, then you have the hard drive underneath it, and then right next to it is the motherboard. Well, due to the cable management, that everything was so racked up tight in there, it actually helped to lodge the CD drive into the unit. To where
CD drives, remember those?
I still use them, man. If I get the rig that I want to get together, I want to put in a Blu-ray drive.
Oh,
Blu-ray drives are the dog's
So you don't want an 8-track in there? All right.
Hey, welcome to physical media.
Goodbye. You're getting on the way out. Did you see that? Digital has eclipsed optical drives and stuff now, like Netflix.
Well, Frank, we've already had this talk about how digital's the way to go, and Doug's like, nah.
Digital isn't the way to go.
Blu-ray.
Digital is not the way to go. Digital is fantastic, and don't get me wrong, I love my digital. I have over like 150 digital copies of various movies currently. But if the cloud goes down, if your internet goes down, something goes down that's supposed to supply you with your digital copy, what do you have?
A physical backup, which is
exactly.
I have backups on my hard drives and the cloud.
I have physical backups of my CDs that I have not dug out in since I finished college, because I put them on iTunes and then I just sat them away, and I haven't had any reason to dig them out.
My CD.
Yeah, unfortunately, they probably aren't even readable.
Well, no, they're not CDRs; they're actual CDs. So those are supposed to live for a while.
Yeah, Ian's talking about Kazaa and SoulSeek.
Yeah.
What's that? Now I gotta click on it. Where the hell's my mouse? Party to go, 98.
Yeah, that's right. Track number 1, Lil' Kim, Not Tonight. Track number 2, Return of the Mac, Mark Morrison. This right here, this is history, ladies and gentlemen, and you can't erase history. Physical media is not going anywhere.
So, Ian, we want to go into the news?
Well, I think the point, though, is digital is nice for the stuff that you're actively using. Like, if you're going to have physical media backups, that's great and all, but that's not what I'd want to be, using day to day, you know?
I mean, you could say that you want to have a physical copy of your entire library, but then once you get it, you can sit on it because you really won't be digging it out that often. I mean, it's just my actual experience.
I buy a Blu-ray or a DVD of usually a Blu-ray if it's for me. My wife won't buy Blu-ray; she buys DVDs. I don't know why.
Wait,
because they're cheap.
No, wait. I have just the thing for that, Frank. Okay, My wife. When I started talking about Blu-ray, started extolling the virtues of Blu-ray, she's like, "Well, nobody really notices the difference between DVD and Blu-ray." I'm like,
I didn't know your wife talked like a Valley girl. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. Blu-ray. I can't tell the definition on that.
Well, have you got YouTube, Ben and Frank? Have you guys played Blu-rays and stuff? Because I've never even owned a Blu-ray player.
Oh, we have a Blu-ray player, but I usually get it for animated films because as an animator, I want to see with the most definition.
Yeah.
Live action stuff. It depends. Depends on what it is.
Here in the house, we have 6 Blu-ray players because they're all PlayStations.
I forgot. You're the Sony pony.
Yeah.
Hold on, bitches.
He rides the Sony pony.
I collect. I have still a VHS because.
So do I.
It looked well. Not only does it still plays, it still remembers where I played in 1996.
Frank reads off Facebook memes.
That's right. It looks a lot better in the case than a jewel DVD case does. So,
Well, I'll collect old stuff that's not in print anymore, or that's, there's reasons to have it. I have a collection of old banned cartoons that you're not going to get on DVD, but it's like, I'm not pretending that's how I'm going out looking for VHS today.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went to the flea market and got like 12 VHS for $1, and the dude was like, "Here you go, here's a bag."
Do you need to come over to buybacks up here in Mansfield?
Oh yeah,
They have a VHS wall.
yeah, nice. The this was
Oh, yeah, did you see that GTX chair or whatever that? Sorry to interrupt you, but that thing that Jade, or I think it was just Jerry. I don't fucking
Jimmy
know.
Crack
I think it
Corn,
was Jerry.
No, I
They
did
did
not see that.
GTX Titan XP. It was just empty boxes, but they did it like a whole stack of the boxes
Oh yeah, yeah.
and glued them together.
I remember. Is that when they went to that con and his computer got fucked up? Was that con?
No,
con?
that was after. He does a lot of cons, man. I don't even keep up with that stuff.
Yeah, I've got a few news articles here. Did you want to do the news, Ian?
Yeah, I guess we might as well before we go on to other rabbit holes here. You know?
And this is what is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, should we do an?
No,
Okay,
Doug knows that I was
Have you
forced.
seen it again? You watched it? Maybe the enhanced version.
No, I watched it once. That's
Then
just been-
can't lure you in with more ecto coolers again.
No, I will admit I like the one chick.
Which
One
chick,
chick.
Frick?
I don't remember her fucking name. The crazy
Kate
one.
McKinnon?
No, you
Yeah,
know
I
what?
hate McKinnon.
Because nobody remembers her name. That's why.
Doug,
Nobody remembers a damn.
everybody knows Kate
Nobody.
McKinnon. Everybody loves Kate McKinnon. Also,
Anyway.
Ian's
Who-
camera died.
Wait. Who
Oh,
in the
screen
blue
cap.
hell is Kate McKinnon?
Kate McKinnon from
hell?
Saturday Night
It
Live. She
doesn't
did.
matter who Kate McKinnon is.
So you don't remember on Saturday Night Live after that one guy died, and she was sitting there playing Hallelujah on the piano as Hillary Clinton,
No,
and America
No.
just cried.
no.
Here's
Anyway.
a better question.
Yeah, the news.
That's not how
it
it
just
goes.
starts playing over Doug.
That's
I'm
funny.
sorry, you guys try and bitch me down, and it's like, oh yeah, no, you do your trick, monkey, dance.
Yeah, man, come on. What is it again that we're doing?
You kind of do it something I don't give a shit about, whatever.
Hey, what happened to that upbeat attitude before? You can't bring this new year down. You can't bring me down.
Yeah, well, you know.
Ain't
Doesn't
nobody
matter
can
what I
hold
say.
me down. Oh no, I got to keep a moving.
Broken
The fuck
glass
are you doing, Frank?
everywhere.
No, your motto is I got to keep breaking.
Yeah, and then I get up to go get some food, and my belt broke. I was like, "You son of a bitch!"
Were you
Well, I
wearing
was
a
having-
cardboard
that
belt,
sucks.
Mr. Max Bialystock? Is that what
No,
was
I
going
was
on?
wearing a leather belt I've had since God. I don't remember even buying this belt. I just had it.
And
one
you're
day
surprised it broke, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
it's my
got this
favorite
belt
belt.
somewhere, and it just happened to break. Can you believe it?
You
Yeah.
take this belt off.
Yeah. I had it for 1,000 years, and it just snapped. I was like, "Son of a bitch!" I heard a pop. I thought I burst a stitch in my pants. I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And then I go to move, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, my belt broke. God damn it." Okay, so what we got here? Ian?
Signs that Frank needs to lose weight.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Suck a fart, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
snap.
belt did snap.
Oh, the
That's why
belt.
I'm telling him.
Oh.
Oh, bell snap.
I mean, you're sitting here
And he-
talking about your belt snapping. It's like, well, what do you want me to say? Leather is not as strong as it used to be?
Okay.
Oh.
A bit of a disclaimer. A couple of these articles are a couple weeks old, but I I just accumulated these throughout our break. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
But yes, tell us all about Fergie going full MILF. I'd like to.
No, about Anthony Anderson's wife dismissing voice case or divorce
Okay,
case.
cool.
You got that milk money.
The MILF money?
Yep.
Cool. I
Remember
didn't know there was
Peter
money in
Pan's
being a
on
MILF.
stage?
What?
I said, remember when she Peter Pan's on stage?
Oh, Fergie. No, I try not to think about that.
Have you seen the milk money? The MILF money video?
No.
No?
Banging. That's banging like a biscuit.
A lip biscuit?
Oh, club banger right there.
Okay, so what we got about these roller coaster tycoons?
Okay, Atari sued. You've taken us on a royalties roller coaster.
Your royalties are like a roller coaster, baby, baby.
Yeah. Atari is being sued by a video game developer who says it's been stifled $2.2 million in royalties by the video game giant. Frontier Development claims it's been working with Atari since 2003 when it struck a deal to develop the game Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 and a bunch of others. When Atari went bankrupt in 2013, Frontier says that they stuck it out and amended the contract. Atari's out of the red now. In April, Frontier started to believe it was getting ripped off, claiming another website showed higher sales figures. Frontier says the site calculated Frontier should have received $3.3 million in royalties from Atari when they only got $1.17 million. According to Frontier, Atari then delayed when it was asked for an audit of their sales report. So there you go. Another company that's like going bankrupt and having problems and stuff. You know.
Atari, at least we're not Crytek.
Man.
Yeah.
But can it play Crisis?
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Actually, that was that was the other one. Yeah, Crytek shuts down 5 studios amid financial difficulties.
Dude, did you hear about all that? Did you like actually watch the downward spiral of this company over like 4 months?
No, I mean, like, I really haven't kept up with Crytek that much. I never really played their games.
No, you probably aren't getting like the full scope of that story in that article. There are people at Crytek not getting paid for 6 fucking months, and they stayed with Crytek.
Yeah.
6 months, and then eventually it actually got out to the press. They're like, "Well, you have 14 days to pay us, or else we're leaving and we're suing you." There was even a GoFundMe page where a guy was asking for money to help him sue Crytek, of which GoFundMe shut that down. But yeah, that's...
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, basically that entire, we're shutting down a couple studios, was basically due to all these developers losing their shit. Understandably so, but still losing their shit. I mean... Who wants to go 6 months without being paid for their job that they spend 60 hours a week at? How?
I know. It's crazy. I mean, you have all these video game companies like this, animation companies have done that type of thing, you know?
What, like, did these guys, like, oh man, I can't go to the club tonight. Why not? Well, I normally like to take a stack of hundreds and just do this all night.
Make it rain.
But I gotta go down to 50s now, so I don't want to go to the club and disappoint strippers.
Yeah, it's like that South Park episode where they have to fly a silver jet instead of a gold jet or whatever.
Shit, man.
All he wants is a little island in the Bahamas. Will you get that island? Maybe, Stan. Maybe.
It's like that Weird Al bit. He's like, my third album only went gold instead of platinum. I had to get the medium-sized jacuzzi. Oh, man.
Semi-luxury.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how that shit went down. And it went down hard. Because the only reason Crytek stayed in business a couple years ago was because of Amazon. They struck a deal with Amazon. And then the money just ran out.
It always does.
Okay, so we got that. No need to read the article then. We got those. Boom, 2 of those articles done now.
Quick news with Doug. Lightning round.
Like, it sucks. Next article.
Yeah. Do you got,
Sorry.
You got anything different than it sucks, Frank?
Having no money sucks. The end.
That's
Okay, Ben.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks when people don't get paid. I don't really know what you can do other than say, hey, companies shouldn't do that. I think they should answer for it. So.
Right. Okay,
Well,
here's one that Frank might want to be interested in here.
Nah, that's Nvidia. What is it?
I like
How
how
does
Doug
it
just
work?
turned into Ricky Ricardo for a minute.
It's just so ridiculous.
Now you turned into Balky, Frank. What the hell? Don't be ridiculous.
Well, this one's I didn't really do it because it's Nvidia, but I just because other companies like AMD could do it, you know. But and this is about Nvidia Grid cloud game streaming.
What is it?
And,
How does it work?
Yeah. Nvidia enters the cloud gaming market. Nvidia has done a lot of new things this year, branching out beyond the hardware components it is so well known for. The company pulled the Nvidia Shield portable console out of the bag last year. Then it delivered us gaming-centric Nvidia blah 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 blah. Who cares about that shit? Now Nvidia has lifted the lid properly on its Nvidia Grid gaming streaming service. Here's a quick guide as to what it is and how it could offer you in the future, or what it could offer you in the future. So what is the Nvidia Grid?
Doug right here.
Yeah, Nvidia Grid is a brand new games streaming service from Nvidia. It aims to compete with PlayStation Now and OnLive by offering a cloud-based game streaming service for compatible devices. It's been in beta for a while in the U.S., but it is coming in the U.S. Properly this month, with the UK and the rest of Europe following in early December. So how does it work? Games are stored on dedicated servers and can be played remotely over a Wi-Fi connection. You stream video content up to 720p HD resolution and 60 FPS, but your device will ping back the control commands over to the cloud servers. And there's like little lag because it's a low latency service, meaning it'll feel like you're playing the game locally rather than over the internet. Yeah, but they did say I read the No has a video on it too, and they said that you could do. They're having it also where you could do 1080p, but basically the idea with this is like if you don't really have like a beefy of a computer, you could just have the game on their beefy computers over the cloud and be able to play gaming, and like you'll be able to rent. I think they said it's like $20 for like a full day or something like that. So it's
So you pay $20 to rent a game for a day?
Well, just to be able to play, use their hardware, I guess.
See, I don't understand this because, like, in the East, like, you know, Thailand and stuff, they have salons where you can go in and you can play video games on someone else's computer, and then you can fucking leave. And it's
so you mean like internet cafes, but for games? Yeah,
like this is not.
Well, I mean, this is basically the same thing as Go Live. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't a joke.
But that's the thing. It's like that didn't work. This might have a better system, but it's like I don't know who's going to be paying that much to like that much a day for a game. Just save up and get a beefier machine. They're not that expensive for.
Well, let's see. Hold on. Bust out the calculator. What's 365 times 20?
Too fucking much.
Because if you play a video game every day.
Well, let's see, Frank. 10 times 360.
if you you know.
Yeah, no.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like a lot of games you could probably beat it within a day if you're just like playing it straight. But I mean,
Yeah, I mean, well,
But who wants to play a game just to beat it unless you're reviewing it? Then it might as well just be GameFly or something, you know?
if you want to
Right.
have the ability all day at any time to use it, how the hell?
I just don't see how you can just. I mean, you're paying for their machine, so you could technically you could pay for it once and then you play other games on it, right? You're not just playing per game $20, right?
right? Yeah,
But still, it's like for a day you'd have to
Hey,
squeeze
remember
in a
this?
lot.
Remember the Sega Channel?
Yeah.
We had cousins that they had a Genesis. We were Nintendo people at the time, and when we went to their house for a week, I got there and they had the Sega Channel, which was a coax cable plugged into their Sega Genesis, and they could play the first level of any game that was available for free. And if they liked it, they could buy it. I don't know how the hell
You can play the first level, so it's like a demo disc.
Yeah, but then you could buy the game, but it wasn't like the Wii or anything like that where I'm like, how the hell did you download a fucking game?
You didn't. Well, that's it. You paid for it on your account on the Genesis channel, so it's like
Yeah.
you didn't download it. You just had the right to stream it forever, as long as it stayed around, which wasn't that long.
like
Oh,
I don't know, like-
Nvidia.
it's not so
Oh,
much
shit.
something I would personally use, but maybe somebody
What?
would.
I mean,
What
it's
does
cool for
Doug say? I'm
options,
sure he's
but-
got opinions.
So, Nvidia. Ha ha! You dumb motherfuckers. So, you're going to try to compete with PlayStation now, with Steam, and now you're going to jump, you're like, shit, we put all our eggs in one basket with the Switch, which is going to be a fucking total piece of shit. What do we do now? Let's do cloud-based gaming. Oh, shit!
I'm Dan Ackman, and we're here taking a look
Oh,
at
there you
I
go.
was like, is somebody opening a porno? What's going on? Boo, chicka, boo,
That's the theme music for Doug's rants. Porno.
boo. And now, jack it off with Doug. Yeah, I'm just jacking it. You know what really grinds my gears? People trying to take on Sony.
Or looks like a fucking Ouya controller, so that's disturbing.
Yeah, we all know what happened to Ouya.
I bought one.
Ooh,
Yeah, and guess what? It's nothing but a useless paperweight. Paperweight.
This is from the guy who says go analog, not digital.
No, I go analog, not digital, normally because it's viable and has been viable for 30 years. The fact that someone comes, oh, it's going to be an Android-based console. Tell me how many Android-based consoles have gone gold. Don't worry, I'll wait.
So what's the other story you got, Ian?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to look at the other articles because I was trying to look for the really specific pricing on it. And it was kind of hard to find. But I'm pretty sure the notes they said it was like $20 for like 24 hours. And I did notice this said that it was like limited to like 35 games you could choose from or something.
Oh, that's extra lame.
Yeah. But hey, if they got like, what is it, like Fallout 4 on there or something, and you want to play on ultra high, I guess you could do that, I guess, you know. Well, hopefully you have a good internet. Hopefully your internet is beefy.
Yeah, paying $20 a day plus however much your internet's costing you.
Yeah. Okay, here's a tinfoil hat story for you, Frank. Yeah, want to see the ball game? Scan your iris first. Lazaro Torres, a diehard Miami Heat fan, was scurrying to reach his seat before tip-off one night last month when he hit an all-too-common roadblock. 24 fans stirring impatiently in the security check lines. Not a problem. He slid into a special entrance line, laid two fingers on a print scanner, and with the Heat's rapid blessing cruised into the arena. Yeah. Blah blah blah.
But
So pretty much some of these like
Easy Pass in
ball game
Disneyland is so great.
areas are trying to have you let you be able to. They want to make you be able to like scan your iris first or whatever to be able to
that's not
get in
creepy.
quicker, I guess.
yeah, it's not in the movies. It's always like release the bombs. Hold on, scanning his retina. Okay, he can pass through. Yeah.
So I guess they're trying to test this out in some places.
Well, I mean, it would be easy, less easy to, copy somebody's eye than it is their fingerprints. That's true.
I'm gonna have to cut his head off and bring it with me to the bring out the bowling ball bag.
Well, remember in Minority Report with the whole eyeball thing?
Nope.
So.
Nope, I don't remember that.
Okay, good. You don't want to think about it, Frank. It was unsettling. Okay.
Okay. Do you have an opinion about that, Doug? Is that we can't see his camera, but
We see his muted microphone.
yeah. Well, at least he was he's pretty.
Enjoy it while it lasts, Frank. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Okay. This one's interesting too. This is about the. Did you hear about this? The USB killer version 2.0 now.
No.
Can't say that I have.
Okay, so
Maybe someone put one of those in my computer. That's probably it.
That's probably what happened.
There are a lot of stupid things you can do with ports on your computer. The best example is the Ether killer and RJ45 plug wired directly to a mains cable. Do not plug that into a router USB. Is a little trickier, but with a sufficient number of caps, anyone can build a USB killer that will fry any computer, or really any kind of device that has like a USB. Because like they did this on they reviewed this thing on Linus Tech Tips, and yeah, you could like kill a TV on other devices and stuff. The USB Killer 2.0 is a dark purple's second version of the device. The first version was a small board with a DC. I think they were meaning to say AC DC converter.
Hell's bells.
A few caps and
That's your poll,
FET.
Frank, is Hell's Bells.
I was caught off guard. I didn't have time to prepare. I'm running.
How about for those about to rock, we salute you. That's relevant.
It'd be more like high voltage. That'd be appropriate for this. But I'm running on little sleep, bruh.
yeah. So
Back in
basically,
black.
it
Yes,
dumps
sir.
220 volts directly into the USB signal wires. So you could pretty much have like, if you want to really fuck with somebody, you could get this little device that's gonna look like a USB thumb drive or whatever, and plug it in their computer, and then it just like puts too many volts into it, and it fries their computer.
Well, yeah, but
It'd be
I
like
mean,
a prank
considering
device.
consider you can do that whole thing with that USB mouse to hack their system. Why would you just want to fry their machine? That just seems like, why do that? When you could, I mean, you could pour water on their machine and break it. Why have to, why have to sit and wire up a device? It just,
You should start an iron for good, not evil.
It just like you have to put in so much energy to do something like this. It's like, hey, water. I don't know.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But like, it's another thing people could be.
This isn't news, by the way, Ian. Look at the comments. Look at the date.
Is this old? Is this?
What was the date on it?
Go back up. Yeah, right there, right under the title. Up at the top of the article.
It's of last year, but like I just thought that it was newer.
No. Year before last.
Well, it says October 10th. 2015.
2015.
Oh,
It's
yeah. It's
2017.
2017. Yeah.
Oh. So I guess they're probably past 2.0 now.
Yeah, they've been making these things for a fucking while. Apparently, people are dickheads.
Well, it was on Linus's thing over the break that I saw. So I mean,
Yeah,
well,
I saw a guy on
he's
YouTube.
probably testing like 3.0 or 4 at this point.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, look at that. Is that is that a Think Vision or what is it thing?
I don't know.
It's okay, man.
Man, that thing probably just goes. And he used an oscilloscope and all that high tech shit to say this is gonna fry the piss out of your computer. Why do you gotta be that accurate, man?
I mean, to be fair, as a stun gun can do the same thing.
Yeah, actually, Ian, did you see that video of the guy? He took a iPhone and he plugged an adapter so you could plug a USB into the iPhone, and he plugged one of those into it to see if it would fry the iPhone.
Oh yeah.
And then he put a fake iPhone. He plugged it in, and it didn't do anything. I think it might have fried the speaker. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were saying like Apple, like their phones and other devices and stuff there, I guess they're like the only kind of things that right now they have the over voltage protection on the USB thing. So it pretty much like if you put in there, it'll just fry that USB port.
Right.
And it doesn't fry the whole device, but yeah, I guess that's
then you can't charge it, so you're pretty fucked.
Right.
That's a lot of hot glue.
Yeah. But yeah, you can buy this thing.
Why would what an asshole.
Yeah.
Let's see if this kills it. Oh no, that's the tester. That's got the disconnect to make it safe. Yeah, I saw there's a separate unit you put in between the killer and then the actual tester. So like, yeah, I don't know how that actually works. That's a 50% discount. Wow.
But yeah, I just thought it's interesting because, you know, like we did the keyboard and wireless hacking stuff, you know, like keeping out, watching this. I like to keep an eye out for the security stuff. I mean, Nate kind of doesn't like it when I do it because then it like points out these things that you could do, you know, like then you're pretty much showing people, hey, did you know you could do this? But
here's an exploit. Like, you can, use it.
Yeah. But at the same time, showing light on it also shows light on the innocent people and other people that could maybe try to do other things about it. So maybe if everybody knows about it, then, you know, like hopefully it'll be stop doing, because then they'll stop doing it. You know.
Well, the news always has to tell people be aware of this thing, because, you know, it's not like you're giving diagrams on how to do it. You're telling people to be aware of it, just like, you know, be aware that there are people out there wearing clown masks, you know. It's like you have to be aware of it. You can't just say, there's this thing, but we're not going to tell you what it is, but you should be aware of it. It's like, that doesn't help anybody. So,
no, remember I was saying there was like a USB port in like mortar and a cement wall, and like people were plugging their computers up to that because people were dropping files into it and stuff. And it's like, you don't want to just plug your computer into a fucking port in the wall. How do you know that thing's not going to blow it up? But that was an episode we talked about that. I remember that.
Yeah. Yep.
So, what else we got here, Ian?
Yeah, we're going by this pretty fast, aren't we?
Well, without our main commentator isn't here. He usually makes it interesting.
Yeah.
He's apparently off making a ham sandwich.
Yeah. Maybe talking about protein shakes while eating a slice of pizza.
Telling his wife, look, see, the Blu-ray is better, baby. Here's why.
Guys, you know, he's still there. He's probably listening to you. Come on now.
He's not listening to this.
Yeah, nobody listens to this. None of this matters.
Right?
Okay, this one I'm gonna fly through pretty fast too because I pretty much know what it's about. I linked a YouTube video on it about it too. So this is about a crypto-anarchist will help you build a DIY AR-15, and this is pretty much this is the same Cody Wilson that did the 3D printing stuff. When he started all that, and now he came out with a personal CNC machine that you can buy that's called a Ghost Runner, and it's like a little desktop size CNC machine that's specifically meant to build the gun parts, you know.
So
it's
what you're
like
saying
pretty
is you
much
want
like
one.
a plug and play thing.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Ian wants this.
Well, it would just be cool to use it to build other stuff because I mean,
Yeah.
it's really meant for that, and like it comes with all the designs and stuff. I think digitally on the computer, but like it's you could do other stuff with it too, obviously.
Right.
So, I just thought it's interesting they did like a short documentary on it or whatever.
What was the name of that movie with they had that guy, he had a plastic gun that he snuck in and he was going to shoot the president with it. I can't fucking remember. It had John Malkovich was the assassin. Anyway, sorry.
It's okay. I really don't have much else to say about it other than he's
doing it.
He's doing
I mean,
going full steam with it.
I get, the whole idea of like this information should be freed out to the public. It's just one of these things where it's like, hi, I'm going to make my name for being the guy who wants to stir shit. See this face? I'm the shit stirrer. That's me. I'm the guy who, something's going to happen and I'm going to go too far and people are going to go, well, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know, I guess he's able to do this because he's not distributing the designs and stuff over the internet, which I think that's why they were able to take down the designs for the 3D printing stuff, was because they got them where like the designs were going over, like people could download it from the other side of the world. So that was like a cross border type of thing.
Well, I mean, he's offering to do he's selling the thing to them, right? So theoretically, he should be able to vet these people, right? He doesn't just give it to, oh, hey, mysterious guy in somewhere on a bunker,
Right. Well, he has a full, it's a full company now that he's got. Like they showed him. I'll probably click on the YouTube video. It'll show him like.
Demonetized.
No, I'm not gonna play the thing. I'm just gonna go through the thing. It'll show him he's got like a full, like sweatshop pretty much of people working for him.
Well, if he has other people doing it, I guess, rather than like putting it out on the internet where like a 15-year-old can get it. I don't know.
That kid who used the fucking hairspray and blew up his fucking 3D printer. Kids like that are gonna eat the shit up about this, man. It's gonna be retarded.
Yeah.
Stupid kid buys AR gun building kit, blows up parents' garage. Next at 11. I could see that. That's gonna be the headline. But yeah, this is cool, man. I mean, a personal CNC machine, that's pretty cool. It costs $1,500. How much are they normally?
I don't know. Like I really haven't paid attention to the CNC or milling market.
I was gonna say, is that the cost of the machine or the cost of the parts to make an AR? Because I don't know enough.
I think it's the machine. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know enough about actual gun prices. You think I would, considering everyone I know goes to gun shows and shit, but I can't remember that stuff.
Yeah, here it is.
Man, it looks like a 3D printer, but with metal.
That's what I think they were going for because, like all this stuff was inspired by 3D printers and stuff before that. The work he was doing. So.
Are you going to put this on your Christmas wish list, Ian?
Yeah, sure.
You going to make a fucking AR?
I don't know. I mean, like, how much does this thing cost? Like,
$1,500.
Yeah,
you just said that.
I'm just saying, you can get parts, like, cheap. That's, I don't know. It's like, I'm going to personally mill this thing, or I could just get them. I mean, that's just dedicated to cause a little too much. I don't know.
Well,
Hey, people
the
are
thing
3D printing.
they were saying on, like I think it's some news outlets and stuff were making a big stink about it because once you print this out, it doesn't have a serial number or anything.
Right, you
Well,
can't.
yeah.
You can't follow it. You're making your own guns, not like you would have with a musket or nothing. Do you think this will be on Makeverse pretty soon, Ian? Isn't that what that site was?
What, Thingiverse?
Thingiverse, that's it.
Well, I mean, the designs were already there, but they got, like obviously Thingiverse complied with the government and everything, and they took the designs down.
Yeah, they're like, we'll sell you the machine. You got to figure out what you're going to make with it, but you can make an AR-15 out of the fucking thing, whatever.
Well, yeah, that's how it gets around it because like I don't even think it. Yeah, he doesn't need like a gun license for this to be selling these because it's a machine. You could be like, you could print a gun or you could print anything.
This is like, my dad was telling me about people that nowadays in the 2000s they make moonshine out of a still, but because they legally bought, you can buy a still and for not making liquor, for making ethanol, which is corn, which is what liquor's made from, but they have to distill it like 1,000 times or some shit. It's really hard, and moonshine by nature could kill you. So it's legal, but it's stupid, and people are gonna die. But whatever, So that's oh boy, these are gonna be flying off the shelves, and then it's gonna be on the news. Ted Kaczynski Jr. was found today with a fucking garage with ARs.
Yeah, the ghost gunner they're calling it. Yep, it's a gun making machine.
Yeah,
they
might as well just call it the kill gun.
But if the government asks, it's a CNC machine. It depends on who you ask.
It's going to be like when you go to a head shop. My actual barber shop's next to a head shop, which is hilarious. You go to a head shop and they say, "No, we sell tobacco pipes because you can use them for tobacco. And they're smoking pipes. You can use them." They buy a bong. And they're like, don't say bong because you're not supposed to sell a bong, but you can sell a pipe.
It's a water pipe.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it depends on who you ask. That's what you're selling, right?
Right.
Well, remember the Tommy Chong bongs with his face on them?
I like that. High Street. It's like where I live. Okay, ready to hear some of Franklin's stories?
Yeah, that's it with mine. Went faster. I'm glad it went pretty fast.
Me too, because this chair is not that comfortable. My butt's asleep.
Yeah.
Blame it on the chair, Frank.
Hopefully, I get the sound effect right. Yep. Go ahead, Frank. It's not that loud.
This chair puts my butt to sleep, and my other chair, I'll be sitting, and I have to crank it back up.
Yeah, I hate that, man.
I need to get a new one. I don't know. How do you fix that? Does it just mean that it's bad?
I think
it depends on it. It depends if it's one of those air, things that goes up, or if it's just like, I don't know.
I got this chair for free. They were throwing it away because the wheel came off, and my wife put the wheel back on for me.
Dude, my one chair, like, if you sit on it for long enough, it starts to leak, like, the hydraulic fluid, so, like, on the carpet a little bit, so I always have to wash the carpet off.
Well, this one, they were throwing it away, but I had an extra wheel, so my wife put it on before I got to it. I was like, I'll put the wheel back on, honey. I was like, honey, I bought it so I could fix it. It's fixed. There. Put it in the fucking house.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
My chair, one of the wheels came off, and I put it back on, but since it snapped off of it, it doesn't stay in. So if you tilt too far one way, sometimes yeah.
I want to get a nice fancy one, but I'm poor. But anyway, enough chair talk. That's gonna be my next tag. I'm gonna get the chair talk.
I'm poor now. Back to looking for motherboards online for my new rig.
We got chair talk. We got soda talk. Asshole friend simulator.
Yeah.
It's got electrolytes and shit. That one friend that's an asshole, but he's our asshole. So these are tags I was coming up with, Ian. I was thinking these would be good searchable terms.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Frank, if when you go to buy your motherboard, at least try to make it an upgrade though, like because that's what I did with my power supply. You know.
Frank's all about the side grade.
Oh, downgrade, downgrade.
No, no. I think I might get looking at either an MSI one or an Asus maybe because I want to, like I said, I need an M.2 and I don't know. Anyway, enough boring shit. Here's my first story of the night. It's a follow-up on something that we had touched on previously.
Is it another FCC and
FBI
IP?
dismisses child porn prosecution after refusing to hand over details on its hacking tool. The FBI has decided to let one of its playpen defendants walk rather than turn over information on its network investigative technique. This is that story where, for those of you who might be following us, we did a story recently about how the government ran a child porn site for several months because they wanted to get the guys that were running it, so they fucking ran it. And they're like, wait, you ran a child porn site? We didn't say that. And they're like, no, you have to divulge how you did this. But we'll just let him go. He didn't do it. So, yeah, it's a follow-up on that. More detail. It's really fucked up. And the last time they got by because of clever wording on their part when they filed the paperwork. So, hi, Doug.
He's back.
Guess who's back?
Dougie's back.
Sorry, I had to take a time out.
You had to drop a news?
He had to take a time out. His wife told him, nope, time out. You go sit in your corner. Oh.
So, glad you could join us, Doug. Did you hear our story several episodes back about the government running a child porn website?
No.
Yeah, the government hacked a child porn website, but to keep up the front that it was still a legitimate child porn website, they ran it for, 6 months? But they ran it and so that they could get their hands and, snag the guys that were the biggest, piddlers of the child porn.
That's
So
not surprising at all.
So but they approached them about it and they said, well, wait a minute. They said, here's our findings. Well, we snuck in and ran the child porn website for several months. And they're like, wait a minute. The government ran a fucking child porn website for several months. And they said, oh, we didn't say that. And now they're letting at least one of the guys supposedly walk rather than explain how they did it.
Well, I could just see the guy coming up to explain it. He's like, look, the love of a pimp is much different from that of a square.
Idiocracy. What's Doug think about that? I'm sure Doug has opinions.
Yeah. I'd also like to get his opinion on the Ghost Gunner story, too.
Oh.
Here's the thing about the government doing something illegal. It's the government. They do what they want, number one. Number two, when you're dealing with these types of sexual offenders, well, the fact is that the police department deals with these crimes with a special department. These are their stories.
Dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, remember Richard Nixon, if the president does it, it's not illegal.
But so honestly, though, I mean, number one, they've probably been doing this shit for years. Let's be honest. This is probably just the first one in the line of Lord knows how many. Number two, the government does this shit all the time. So you're telling me that we're gonna go ahead and squee out about the government running a child porn website, but you got a wise guy who's on the inside, he pops a couple caps, a couple asses, and then all of a sudden, when the bad guys get busted, that guy go ahead and gets to walk. How is there a difference there?
Well, I think really the big giveaways they didn't want to reveal that the URL was kittyporn.gov. I mean, that was what they just didn't want to admit.
But the point stands though. Where's the difference between the government running a website and the FBI having an informant in deep? Where's the difference?
Oops.
The informant is barred from doing certain things, whereas running a kitty porn website is pretty much all bad on all fronts.
Well, the informant, if he's an informant, he's still a criminal, but you're not keeping track of what he's doing. If the FBI is running a site and handing out obscene material to people, that's not any better than
keeping up appearances. It's about keeping up
I
appearances.
appear like I'm giving out kitty porn. You are giving out kitty porn, sir. No, I appear like I'm giving. Sir, I don't make up the rules. I just think of them and write them down. Okay, but Ian, give Doug your story, because yours is a lot tastier than mine.
This gun store is a lot tastier than the
dangle the carrot. Dangle that carrot.
Oh boy.
Well, Doug, you know about that Cody Wilson guy that was doing the 3D printing with the guns?
Yeah.
The gun 3D printing. Well, he recently came out with this thing called a Ghost Gunner, which is pretty much a CNC milling, aluminum milling machine that's made specifically for, like making the AR-15 parts. And yeah, let me scroll down. Here's a picture of it here. Yeah. So basically, it depends on who you ask what this is, like, because you could use it for like CNCing other things, but it's like a little desktop thing you could use for the home. And like if the government asks, it's a general CNC machine.
No,
but
it's a water pipe. It's not a bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like for the general people though, they know because it'll come with the designs and stuff. I think you could, or you could probably get it.
And that's the end of his operation, ladies and gentlemen. Puts it out on the internet. You can make a DIY AR-15 without having to have any type of a background check. That's the end.
There's no serial numbers on this or anything once you get it milled out.
No way to track it, which means the government's going to shut it down. What a fucking moron.
Well, but Doug, it is a personal.
It's not that he's a moron; it's that he's trying to stir shit up because this is what this guy does.
The loophole. He's in the loophole though. He's making a home CNC machine. It's like, look, we make the torrent software. They decide they want to pirate movies. We make it so you can download Linux distros.
Right.
Nope.
It's not illegal to have a torrent client. You just can't download illegal stuff with it. So,
but the fact about it is that this dude is actually saying, "Hey, you can make an AR-15 with this." Wink, wink. Oh no, it's just for CNCing. It's just for CNCing. When you have a website that says Cody Wilson's Ghost Gunner will help you build a DIY AR-15 assault rifle, why are they calling it a Ghost Gunner? What in the blue hell is wrong with this?
It's brilliant.
Well, that way it sounds cool though. It's edgy,
Ghost Gunner. Ben, do you have an opinion? You can all apply it.
Going to disappear from the internet.
I guess
this dude is gonna, and I know exactly where he's playing with this. This is exactly what this dude is doing. He is going to turn this into an employment deal with the government. I can already fucking tell you. You're going to have ghost gunners in the FBI. You're going to have ghost gunners in the CIA, and the Navy, and the Army. Behind me, all cats are going to have ghost gunners. Do you hear me? All cats will have DIY AR-15 assault rifles. Do you really arm the kitties? Is this what you really want to do?
Show us your kitties. Hey, Ben.
Yeah,
Ben,
what?
You don't got an opinion on either of these stories?
I already gave my opinion of them when we covered them before Doug returned, Frank. I don't.
I don't remember hearing anything.
Paying attention, sorry.
He wasn't listening, so it's okay.
I have one more opinion.
Imagine that.
I have one more opinion.
Oh, here we go.
Last one. Go ahead.
Fuck Superman.
I got a Batman shirt on.
Fuck Batman.
Oh man, I just saw Suicide Squad last night.
I got Rancid.
You said you liked that movie, Doug, didn't you?
Fuck the Kingsguard. Fuck the Kingdom. Fuck the King.
You sound like that girl in what was that movie? Suburbia. Where she's like, "Fuck the men, and she's like, got her pelvis up in the air. That performance
No,
art.
Frank, I can't say I remember that one. It's
Okay,
been
so
a long time.
Here's my next article that I'm sure won't bother anybody at all.
Oh boy.
It's tall.
I should mention when we were flying.
Fault.
I should mention though that when we were flying to California and back, every time we got in the airport, they would announce, "No Samsung Galaxy Note 7s. They're not allowed on the planes."
Oh, Frank.
Yes.
What did you see the triple monitor laptop yet?
By Razer.
Yeah. What do you think about
Oh, Linus Tech Tips.
Well, it's not practical, so of course I love it. But that goes in line with this. This article is more or less an opinion piece by this writer, but he does cite some pretty decent stuff. Basically, why did gaming laptops look like they're for fucking children? I actually
Have you ever met a gamer?
Because they fucking are.
Not the hardcore ones. Anyway, so this article really just cites a bunch of graphic designs of shit that's come out that's ridiculous, and why the hell, who wants this? And the best part of this article, I actually got this link from Reddit. The best part was the comments, because people are just sitting there, yeah, what the fuck, guy? And like arguing over things that they've bought in the past that were just edgy and look like they were made for 13-year-olds, and it's ridiculous. So I want a nice gutsy, like, why can't you just give me a normal, like a Lenovo laptop, but with a beefy GPU in it? That's all I need.
A beefy GPU.
I'm a gamer, and I have a computer just for gaming that blew up recently, but that's beside the point. And it's just a black box. I don't have fancy lights on it. I don't have all that. I mean, I got a light up keyboard. I will give you that. Actually, the motherboard I was looking at is an MSI motherboard. I was like, all right. It's like, has RGB. I'm like, fuck. What? I don't need RGB on my motherboard. I got a black box case without a window.
Didn't you email me at like 9 in the morning or something saying that you got an RGB keyboard or something?
Yeah, I messaged you. I can't help it. You're half asleep. You're like, what? He said he's... Yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't reply right away. Like, I think I saw it like earlier, like at 9:30 or something. But then I was like, "Fuck, I'm too tired. I'm going back to bed." I'll read what he's tinkering around with later, and I had no idea. Like, you had like a non-functioning computer,
Yeah.
I do have an actual serious counterpoint, though, Frank.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
To be quite honest,
Let's hear your next rant.
In the actual scope of standard computer users versus gamers, there's a bit of a divide. Gamers not only want to be practical with the hardware that they have, but they also want to kind of have the proof in the pudding of how much they spent on their rig. Now, that goes for laptops as well as desktops, because of the RGB lighting and everything, and the water cooling and all this other stuff. Like, for instance, I was watching Linus Tech Tips for fucking ever. I seriously watched like about 100 episodes in the span of 2 weeks, literally just on repeat. Just next video. A lot of that just kind of melds into that idea of I spent more, so I get more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you were wondering whether it's negative returns at a certain point.
I don't think you're really seeing negative returns as far as most of them go. I mean, there are some like the Alienwares seem a bit kiddish, to be honest. But like the ROG rigs, the Republic of Gamer ones, and like the Corsair stuff, and what's the name? Cooler Masters cases. Most of those look pretty damn cool. I think it kind of transfers over from like the late late 90s, early 2000s, like the big mod boom that everybody was into, and it's still kind of carried over. I think we're starting to hit the peak of the mod boom. To be honest, I think the mod boom kind of the bubble burst on that about 5-10 years ago. But with all the new processors and all the graphics cards and shit, now it's transferred over to the cooling, and now it's you can have RGBs in an external graphics card. And now like at CES this week, they just did a RGB RAM. The Corsair just introduced it. So I think it's part of the mod boom that we had, and everyone wants to look futuristic and as cool as humanly possible. I think it's going to start to dial down a bit, honestly, because eventually, like, you can only do so much.
You can only buy so many Razer products. I mean, yeah, it's there's the two guys. You got the guy who buys to light up everything, or you got the compensator, which is a build they did on Last Tech Tips, if you remember, with 3 Titan X's and all that shit. And it kind of sort of ran, but it looked like shit, but it cost a bunch of money, so it's got to be better, right?
Well, one thing I actually ended up liking a lot, that it seemed that some people were really freaking out on it, but ended up, everyone was like, it's all right, was the mineral PC. The mineral oil.
Oh, the mineral oil, yeah.
Like, I thought that was pretty damn cool.
It's cool, and it's I actually started watching a couple of videos in the series because, like, they tried you have to waterproof a hard drive to get it to sit there, because eventually it'll get the oil inside of it and rust or just slow down and stop. They actually make drives with helium. That's right, helium instead of air, so they're sealed off already. And then Linus had a hell of a time getting the board to stay waterproof. It was an interesting video.
That didn't turn out good, did it? Though.
No.
But
well, he put them over the contacts, and
tell them about, for the audience that doesn't know. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit before, but I'm sure the audience doesn't know about it. Is that that computer that Jay's building for that? What's his name?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. He wants to have it like spray out the stuff when it turns on.
That is a Renaissance man. He is a very talented guy. He's a famous football player, actor, performer, and he designs furniture. He's a painter, very accomplished painter, and he got into gaming to try to reconnect with his son, and he built his own computer. And then Jay's from Jay's 2 Cents, and he actually got together, and he's having Jay build him a custom one. He said, I either want to do my main character from Idiocracy or my Old Spice. That's going to be the theme. So he did a poll on his website. Old Spice was way ahead. And Jay said he wants, actually, when you press the power button, it'll be an audio clip of him going, power! And it'll spray your favorite scent. So that'll be interesting. I want to see that.
Did you see Jay's latest build? Now he built that one with the newest processor that he has overclocked to 5 gigahertz.
No, I saw the thumbnail. I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
yeah, that's. I mean, I just figured this would be an interesting article because it just shows what I already feel. So.
Yeah.
Ben, do you have any opinion
about Terry Crews' computer?
No. My main story about gaming rigs, computers that you can buy, looking like they're for children.
Well, like I said, man. I mean, have you seen how they mod stuff out? Go, yeah, these lights, man. It's cool.
Well, like I went into Best Buy. My RGB keyboard I bought at Best Buy because it's the new Corsair. K70 RGB with the quick fire switches and or rapid fire, whatever the hell they call it.
Isn't that like $100 or something?
I bought it. I didn't buy it at Best Buy. I went in there and saw that they had the smaller version. I wanted the 10 key, so mine was like $150. But
holy shit, dude!
What?
I wouldn't pay that much for a keyboard.
Well, it's a Cherry MX switch.
Wow.
And it's got a volume rocker on a wheel right above the numpad. It's RGB, and it's their new Switch that they had. So I wanted to try that out. And it basically has everything I wanted in a keyboard. I went in, I said, hey, man, where are the keyboards at? And the guy says, oh, for computers, go down this aisle. I go down there, and it's just a bunch of Logitech little plastic rubber dome switches. And I'm like, this is not what I want. I already have a couple of these sitting around that I don't want. And I said, wait a minute, I'll bet it's with the gaming shit. So we go over to, the controllers, and between like the controllers and the headphones, not the regular headphones, but the, Razer, these are Skull Candies. But over in that area, that's where they had all the light up mice and keyboards. And this was right before Christmas. So we're like, okay, here's a keyboard. And then we realized the line went from the front of the store all the way around the back of the store. And I said, I'm putting this back on the shelf and just going to order online. So I ordered online. But
is that the thing that you could program the keys individually to be a different color or whatever?
Yeah, they're RGB. You can have effects. You can have, whenever you press a button, it lights up, or a rainbow effect.
See, the thing I think would be cool is if you could have, whenever you open up a program, you could, I know you could probably set different profiles for it.
Yes.
But,
different profiles.
I think it would be cool if you, when you open up a different program, then it'll have, a different layout or something.
Well, like a color layout, or you can do a different color layout, or you can program all the buttons to be macros, so you can make it within Corsair software. You can make it be whatever you want, and I'm just saying, if you have it switch for each program, if you open up Premiere or whatever, then it'll open up your Premiere profile. That would be cool. Well, if you go to the forums, people already made different ones that are color coded to that, like Adobe and shit like that.
Well, I'm sure you could probably do different scripts and stuff to have automation or something,
Well, I mean, it's not much harder than opening the app and selecting the profile and clicking apply or whatever.
That's too much for me.
Okay. Oh, mister, I'm going to spend hours writing a code. It's been 20 minutes. It'll save us time in the long run.
Yeah, I bust my ass for laziness later.
Yeah, I'm going to be lazy, not right now, but later.
Yeah.
That was one of the things about me. I always said I work really hard at not working hard.
Yeah.
So, but
you know how it is.
Yeah, but no, it's very customizable. My power supply is actually Corsair, which made me go, I really want my mouse. I went with Logitech because I can't get behind. I was looking at a mouse with a bunch of buttons on the side, and I either wanted the Razer Naga or the Corsair, whatever the hell it's called. I can't do the Corsair one because not only are there 8 buttons or something on the side that you can customize, or 9 or 10 buttons, you can customize them. You can move it up and down anywhere on the side of the mouse. That would freak me the fuck out. I'd be in the middle of a game and all of a sudden I'd move the buttons. No, can't do that. So I got the Logitech mouse and I enjoy it. Keyboard, though, I decided to go Corsair because it's the same in my power supply, so I know it's quality stuff. But anyway, enough rambling on this. I got another news article. Would you guys like to hear?
Sure.
Doug? Okay.
Doug's frozen again. Or
no, he muted it.
Gone again.
He's probably
over
taking
in the corner.
So here's my next story. This I actually heard on the news, and then this other story followed it. So this little girl, it's an adorable story that was on the news. This little girl, her parents left her alone with the fucking Amazon Echo. And she said, Alexa, order me a dollhouse. And she somehow ordered a dollhouse and 4 pounds of cookies, right? And the parents weren't there. It just automatically ordered it from Amazon. So she got the shit in the mail, and the parents you fucking kid. So that's a cute little story. So all the little, news stories, news anchors talking about it. This news anchor was like, yeah, I like it when she says, Alexa, order me a dollhouse. And when he said that, houses that had Echoes ordered fucking dollhouses from Amazon. So I laughed out loud, and it's funny because I don't have a fucking Echo. Now, when they announced the new Google Pixel that came out and the new assistant that Google was coming out with, the CEO of Google was walking around. He's like, Now all you have to do is say, "Okay, Google," and as he's talking, I'm watching on my phone, so the fucking video would pause, and Google would go, "Yes," and I'm like, "Shut up! No, I'm watching the video." And he did this every 5 seconds. It aggravated the shit out of me. This is funny.
So it's like
I
when you hook your clapper up to your TV and they show the audience clapping and then it shuts off.
Yeah. So apparently, I love the little girl saying, "Alexa, order me a dollhouse." That was apparently enough to set off Alexa-powered Echo boxes around San Diego on their own shopping sprees. So people called the station and complained, "That motherfucker had me ordering a dollhouse." I can understand being mad if it's your kid, but the news anchor you're watching on TV ordered a bunch of shit for you. How mad would you be?
Well, I like that. How many people knew that it was the TV news anchor that did that? Like, were they sitting at their chairs hearing it, or were they like in the kitchen and then they got the bill later and went, "Wait a minute"?
Some of them had to. They said that it started to order them. Some of them had to cancel it.
Man, all the dollhouse makers in that area must be like, "Man, what happened to our business? It's just we got a whole bunch one day, and then."
Well, it's not that area. It's just whatever Amazon's what do they call it? The algorithm decides, here's your default whatever, and it picks, I guess, your default search results, like whether it's highest rankings or lowest price. But anyway, so that's pretty funny. What'd you think, Ian?
I mean, it's funny. Like, what was that? Did we talk about that before? Like about the girl that was like said something and then it ordered it, started playing a thing to like for porn or something instead. It misinterpreted the kid.
Well, just imagine when somebody shouts, when somebody messes up the instructions, goes, "Ah, fuck me," and then all of a sudden you hear the thing power up and go, "Oh!"
Yeah, the Internet of Things. This is just the dawning.
An escort shows up at your door. "Honey, I think we made a mistake."
This is a week into 2017, and already the Internet of Things not only fucks one family because the kid ordered it, but because the television is talking about it. Everybody fucking ordered it. It's hilarious. So, I have this other story that's more of a I don't know. I saw this and I said, "Oh, I don't know how I feel about this." Keurig, the makers of the K-Cups, they're making they're partnering with is it Anheuser? Yeah, Anheuser-Busch to make a booze dispenser. So, because people already do at-home brewing,
Yeah.
Could Bud Light K-Cups be coming soon to your home? Keurig just announced a joint venture with Anheuser-Busch, the beer conglomerate behind brands like Budweiser and Shock Top, to research and develop an in-home alcohol drink system. So, yeah, this came up a bunch of times in my feed, and I was like, really? I mean...
I don't know how small they could get that type of thing, though.
Well, I mean... It depends on if they're brewing it, because like I saw another show. If you ever watch Unbox Therapy, they sent him a machine that you put a can of beer in, or like a larger, like what they call a growler size. You ever have seen those? It's like a whiskey jug kind of thing or wine jug size thing of beer. You put it in there, and it makes the canned beer taste like it's from a tap because it adds more carbonation. So they could flavor it so it'd be better. I don't know about brewing it. I mean, they sell home brewing kits, like I've seen them, but to have a name slapped onto it, I mean, the K-Cup really did, like it says, it was a bit of a revelation at the time. People were like, "Oh man, it revitalized the market," and now it's oversaturated where people are like, I'd rather not make just a cup and not use it. It's kind of wasteful. People actually had to figure out a way to make a little thing to put your regular grounds into it because it relied on you buying those little plastic cups. So,
yeah.
But
does anybody on this show drink beer? Like I do a little bit, like like
Doug has a
socially
collection of
now
shot
and then.
glasses. I hope he drinks.
he has Jaeger right behind him.
I know, Frank, you said you gave it up and Ben doesn't drink. I wonder if Doug drinks.
I used to drink, but I have really bad gout, and if I drink now, I will not feel good, and I started getting a fatty liver, and plus it was too much. I come from a family of alcoholics. Ben will vouch for that.
No, Frank, they're not alcoholics. They're just drunks. There's a difference.
Yeah, drunks don't go to the meetings. The alcoholics go to the fucking meetings.
Well, what was worse for you though? You know, like some alcohol or those 3 Baconators a day?
Well, I think it was his 3-day hangover that he had that one time.
Ian, I was drinking a 5th a night by myself. And I would buy 2 because I was afraid. I went to my old beer mentality. I would buy a case of beer in a 6-pack because I would drink the entire case, and I didn't want to go back out and buy another thing of beer while I was still buzzed, but I want to have something to sip on. So I'm like, well, I'm already going to drink a 5th, I know. So I might as well buy more just in case I'm still thirsty. And that'll fucking kill you. So...
That's some alcohol poisoning there.
Yeah, so I have Doug,
we're talking about booze. You want to join in? I'm going to go get a drink.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug, do you drink, Doug?
Yes.
That's the question. What do you drink?
Oh, hold up. Wait a second. I'm going to answer this question for you. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Behind the scenes.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready for this, baby?
Oh.
Do I drink?
That's all Kool-Aid.
We got some Patron. Got some of that 3 Olives. Got some brandy, because I'm a classy motherfucker. Yeah.
Now, what about the Cristal? If you're doing a Cribs tour here or there.
Shit.
Where's your fridge full of Old English?
Shit. Fuck that.
So, no, because we were talking about Keurig is apparently teaming up with Anheuser-Busch to go into the home brewing business.
Smart.
I mean, you can already buy a homebrew kit at the store, but to have a name brand attached to it,
yeah,
I don't know.
Kind of takes me back to the whole Dennis Leary skit.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen Dennis Leary Lock and Load?
Don't know if I saw that one.
It's like, walk into a bar. It looks like a regular bar. Looks like an Irish bar. Walk in. There's a bartender behind the bar. Give us a couple of Budweisers. Can't do that. Sorry, what? Well, this isn't really a bar. What is this? This is a microbrewery. Oh, really, asshole? Why don't you go in the back and microbrew me up a batch of fucking Budweiser because I'm an American and I'm very thirsty.
America.
Pull up your pants.
So there's that story. And it's good that you came back, Ian, because I saved the best story for last here, Doug.
Here we go.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention, Frank, so I kind of came back too.
Yeah. So, Iran's porn censorship broke browsers as far away as Hong Kong. Thursday afternoon, something very unusual happened to superbigcocks.com. That site and 255 others, many of them porn sites, suddenly began dropping off the web. The server showed no problems, but users from Russia to Hong Kong were typing in the URLs into their browsers, getting blank pages. Something on the internet was getting in the way. The obstacle, as it turns out, was the state telecom of Iran. Hold on here, my scroll wheel's not working, so I actually gotta drag this fucker down. Okay.
And Iran's so far away from the
country has long maintained an extensive but scattershot web censorship system, but on Thursday it began blocking not just the sites, but the basic mechanisms of the web itself. The National Telecom had announced phony routes for each of the 256 sites. It said 250. Oh, yeah, because Super Big Cox is 256. The internet equivalent of a fake street sign. For an internet service provider looking for the quickest way to a given IP, Iran's new routes seemed like an easy shortcut. And when they arrived at the blank page, browsers simply assumed the page was down. The resulting outage didn't affect the entire web, but anyone close enough to be tempted by the phony routes was drawn in. So this is what internet censorship will do. It'll fuck with your porn.
So our government ran a child porn ring or whatever, but then Iran's government breaks your regular porn.
Yes.
Is this supposed to be a picture of Wang here?
It's whatever you want it to be, Ian. There's apps to unscramble pictures like this. Why don't you just run it through one of those? I found you know how you can reverse image search on Google? There's actually another site where you can take an image and search for it. It's called Sauce Now.
No, you can search for an image through Google.
Enhance.
Yeah, but I'm saying it like finds the original. Like if you find a watermarked picture, you upload it and it'll find the original for you in higher quality.
Well, if you go and search by if you go and search by size, usually the largest one is the original.
It searches. It's for like wallpaper searching.
I'm just saying you are aware of the settings option when you search for images on Google, right?
Yeah, but this site's easier. This site's already set up. See, I know the internets. I'm better than you at the internets.
Okay, so you're telling me your site's better than Google? Okay, I believe that.
So, Doug, what's Doug think of this story?
They'll never take away our porn.
Rusev Machka.
What? Oh, hi, Kitty. Hi, Hopi. Show hope to the internet, Ben. The people want to see hope.
Well, she wants to bite me.
Well, turn her around so we can see her pretty face. Say hi.
Say
Not
hi.
you, dickhead, the cat.
I'm trying to get her to look at you guys because she's.
Pick her up and turn her around, dipshit. That's all you gotta do.
I would turn her around, but this is what she's wanting to do.
Ow.
All right,
That's
I got
a
a couple of
relationship.
stories. Yay!
Ow!
Well, Frank, do you have any news articles? Because if Doug's got them and then Ben's got some, hope.
That was the last of my stories, Ian. It was about the bigcocks.com or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw the name of the website and I had to share. I had to share the big cocks.
Thank you for bringing it to your show, Frank.
Is it Doug? Is this Samsung one yours here? Because I thought you didn't care about the wearable shit.
Well, this is actually really big news overall. So, I'm more of an Apple guy, of course, and I'm worried about the Apple wearables and the Apple Watch. But
I like oranges.
You've been always anti-wearable, if I'm remembering correctly.
I'm anti-wearable.
Except when he bought a Fitbit for a few hours.
Don't work, unfortunately, and I actually bought a smartwatch that unfortunately doesn't work.
I was gonna say, how was it?
Yeah, I got what I paid for. But this first one here, Samsung's smartwatch lineup now works with your iPhone. The Gear S3, Gear S2, and Gear Fit 2 are no longer tied to Android. Now, this is actually a really big thing for two reasons. Number one, Samsung's wearable audience just blew the fuck up. Let's just be honest.
Just
and
like
number
the Note
two,
7.
Yeah, it's not a Note 7 either. But number two, Android Wear is actually one of the more stable versions of Android. It's more condensed. It's more of a kind of its own little island in the world of Android. Something that doesn't really get affected by a lot of the bugs and a lot of the general issues that Android normally has. So, its quality is very high, very on par, if not better than most of the Apple Watch stuff. So...
Well, everyone is sort of talking over you, why are you suddenly into the wearable stuff now? Because you were vehemently...
I'm generally against it if it's a bad product. And most of them, unfortunately, are really bad products.
The Apple ones you're talking about.
No, I'm talking just in general. Most wearables are trash, to be quite honest.
Trash!
Yeah,
Most
we've
wearables
talked about on the show the wearable rings,
plastic
they have a screen on them.
Yeah.
Google Glass.
They're not worth the plastic that they're made of. It's the truth. There's really only about 3 brands that are worth your time. In order: Apple, Samsung, and Motorola. Reason why I say Motorola is Motorola was the first company to make their Android Wear watches capable of running on iPhones. So there's that. So now Samsung has that option. If you have a Apple iPhone, you can use your smartwatch from Samsung with your iPhone.
So is it cheaper than an Apple Watch? Because I know Apple Watches are kind of pricey.
Yes, they are.
So is this a cheaper option, or is this on par with the cost of an Apple device?
Depending on which kind that you get. When I was working at what I call the machine, generally the newer ones like the Fit 2 and the Fit 3, or the Gear 2 and the Gear 3 and the Fit worked really well. I have a couple people that I know that have been using the Gears and the Fits for quite a while and have nothing but good experiences. So
yeah,
if you're on a budget, you still want a smartwatch, but you don't have $350 to drop on an Apple Watch, a Samsung is not a bad idea.
Yeah, well, that's one thing too. Like, I know people are complaining about the Apple bands. Apple is trying to charge like over $100 just for the band, and you could get the same thing made out of the same material for like $10 or $20 or something. You know, that clips onto them.
But yeah, I'm generally against wearables because when the wearables first hit, they were trash. They really were. There was such a low percentage that actually were functional. But now we're actually coming along where both Apple and Samsung have moved along a little bit, and now they're more useful. You can actually punch more out of it. The Apple Watch 2, you can actually go into water with. You know, come on now.
Yeah,
we've gone from a shitty form factor to an acceptable form factor, and that's the biggest thing that has needed to happen. Was that the form factor needed to get better to be viable. When they first came out. What was
wrong with the form factor before? Was it like the watch was too small or something? Or?
Well, no. In general, when you take a look at even at the earlier Samsung and the earlier Apple Watches, the functionality was honestly very minimal. You got to do very small things with the devices. The app compatibility was very bad.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of
software.
No, there's no software support to really justify dishing out $200, $300 for a smartwatch, and
that's like 4K.
Yeah, come on, it wasn't worth the money at the time. It's getting a lot better and getting more worth your money now. So for some people, yeah, it's going to be worth it to get it, but for some people, like, yeah, you know. That's why I sent most people to fitness trackers, because I just want to track my heart rate and be able to count my steps and my calories. Well, you don't need a smartwatch for that. Just get a fitness tracker. And that's what I would tell people to do. But
right.
in the old days, I say old days, but back when we had these first generations with minimal app support and minimal product support and minimal software support, it wasn't worth it. It only recently has really become a viable way for companies to push apps onto the newer devices, which is nice.
Benjamin?
Hi.
Hello,
your thoughts?
You're on the show.
What are we talking about now?
Smartwatches that work with iPhones now.
Oh. What about them?
What do you think of that shit?
Well, if you got the money for a smartwatch, good for you to have more options, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have a smartphone, if I have a smartphone, I don't really need a smartwatch.
We've reverted back to a nation of pocket watches because everyone just pulls their phone out of their pocket, looks down at the time, puts it back in their fucking pocket.
2 words. Yeah. Dick Tracy, motherfucker.
Well, we've had talk about the Dick Tracy thing before, didn't we? I don't know.
Is that where they designed the look of it before they designed actually how it's going to work?
Yeah.
Who knows? All right,
okay, so what's this?
What's this story about the Nintendo Mini NES?
I saw this, but
congratulations, everybody who got a Nintendo Mini NES. Number one, if you paid underneath $100. Congratulations. Number two,
But if you
if you paid more than $100, you got ripped off. You should go burn your money somewhere in just a random field. Especially people who pay like $2,000 and $4,000 for their mini NES.
Well, if modders found out a way to add new games, then why is it such a waste then?
I don't get it. If you want to play old school NES games, and they finally made it to where you could add more games than what was it, the 60 that were on it? So $60 for sounds like the Ouya. So
well, no, these are actually localized games that have been proven to work. There's your big issue, that proven to work, and don't rely on a really shitty infrastructure to try to support something that has no infrastructure to support.
Oh yeah. No, I'm saying for NES, if you're gonna all you're gonna do is dump NES ROMs onto a thing, you could do that with the fucking Ouya, and it's not that expensive now.
Yeah, because the Ouya's dead.
Yeah, well, so this thing, your wallet's dead. All it is, oh, it's so cute. It's a little NES. It costs a shit ton, and I gotta punch somebody in the face to get one. And the cord's only a foot long. But
So, yeah, they figured out how to mod and add ROMs to sideload.
So
Now, I will tell everyone out there, there's a much easier way to do this. Don't buy the mini NES. Go get yourself a Raspberry Pi.
if you feel like tinkering, if you don't feel like tinkering, buy an Ouya, download an NES thing, and put some ROMs on it. There you go, done.
If you want your console to work, buy a Raspberry Pi. Don't buy an Ouya, because Ouya's trash.
Have you ever played an Ouya, Doug?
I don't feel the need to ever touch an Ouya. I like good gaming consoles.
Okay.
Like ones where your account can get hacked and then they'll still charge.
It's a PDF file or it's a text file with all your email passwords and logins.
Sony will still be like, "Hey, it's still your fault. You gotta
the
money back.
You gotta give us the money that you paid for the." Did you show Doug that story?
Yeah, I thought we mentioned it to him. He really didn't say that much about it.
No, I think it was a week he wasn't here.
No,
I know he wasn't there, but I thought we talked about it to him or something.
I was there that week.
Oh, you were? When the guy whose account got hacked, and they said you're kicked off until you give us the money back because he had a Discover or whoever.
Yeah, he went to PayPal, the middleman, like 99.9% of the world would do, but then they're like, "Oh yeah, you should have came to us first, even though we're dragging our feet on it." We'll get to you sometime.
Yeah, give us your money.
But don't go to your PayPal first. Wait for us.
Ben, you got anything to say about the NES getting cracked?
No. I mean,
okay.
Do you care about anything, Ben?
I mean, really, what's there to say? Because it's like you can emulate the entire NES library on,
a phone,
PlayStation Portable.
watch.
It's like, oh, you managed to get it onto this expensive recreation of the NES. It's like, well, that's cool.
It was really just Doug, didn't they say the NES Classic just ran an Android version? And like emulator.
I don't know.
When it first came out, because they said that it's basically an Android thing. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's all it was. It was an Android.
It might have been, because I know Nintendo's been working with Android game developers recently, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was, to be honest.
But they did really good ports, though. They said that the emulation was actually pretty spot on compared to like the Mini Genesis. They said that the emulation for that was shit and the music was horrible.
The real big fuck up that just came out was called the Retro Bit Generations. Oh my goodness! You want to talk about dirtbag?
Wasn't the Switch a fuck up now? Because I thought that was like their last chance of saving themselves, but that didn't go too well, did it?
Dude,
the
Switch right now, there's a lot of shit going. Like, they're supposed to be doing a PR event for the Switch next week, and apparently the specs have leaked out. It's going to have a minimum of 32 gigabytes for the entry level model. That'll be under $300. That screams, oh shit, it's not a good system.
System. Well, you got any other stories, Doug?
No, sir.
Okay,
Well,
Benjamin,
do you
got
think it was
stories,
a good
sir?
idea though, with how you could detach it from the console or whatever? I mean, is that
You know what?
innovation?
All they really did, and this is the honest truth, all they really did was create a dock for the Wii U gamepad. That's all the fuck that is. Do you want to know why they're not making NVIDIA Shields anymore? Because it's an NVIDIA Shield that docks like a Wii U gamepad. Not innovative, not new. I can play my Vita games on my PlayStation TV right in front of me, and I don't need to fuck around with a stupid fucking dongle dock and have a fucking dog switch roaming around like woofy woofy woof woof. Oh my goodness, derpy derpy derp derp.
Derpy, derpy, derpy. What's Ben's stories?
I really wanted I wanted a next gen Nintendo console. I wanted to be able to play a Pokemon RPG. All the shit I've thrown Nintendo's way the past 5 years, I would gladly give up if I could get a decent console out of them. But
He wants to get his Pokemans.
They just refuse to be intelligent. They refuse to be intelligent about their product. It's shit.
Well, they keep trying to like do different things, you know. I mean,
yeah. You know what? Give me my fucking Metroid, okay? I want a fucking Metroid game. You know how long it's been since a good fucking Metroid game came out?
When?
You know how long it's been?
How long?
Too fucking long. You wanna know how long it's been since an actually really good Mario game came out? Too
how long?
Fucking long. You know how long it's been since anybody honestly and truly gave a shit about Nintendo games as a whole? Too fucking long.
Then Doug goes, hey, you know how big my penis is? Not really. It's about average.
All right, Ben, let's get to your stories, please. Quick. Hurry up. My butt's asleep.
Let's hear
I've got
about
one
what
that I'm
Crying
sure will
has
not
to say.
upset Doug in the least.
Yeah, didn't you say this article was from Cartoon Brew?
What?
What? No, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I could just.
It's something hardware based, but it's got to be
fuming from Doug already.
Let the hate flow through you.
It's something about hardware, but it's got to come from the Cartoon Brew. It can't come from another tech.
Well, that's the link I got for it. Somebody linked the story, and they linked this picture. Dell targets artists with the Canvas, an affordable 27-inch tablet monitor. So,
you got me, yeah. You have piqued my interest.
Yeah, me too.
And it's similar to the Microsoft Surface Studio because it's 27 inches, and it does come with one of those dials, although this one only works when it's touching the screen. It's not an off-screen dial like the other one. And also, this device isn't a standalone computer, so it's more to compete with the Cintiq than it is with the Surface, although the price, they say that they're guessing that it's going to cost about $1,700.
So it's already obsolete.
What's the matter, Doug?
It's already
obsolete. 17. Why are they saying it's affordable, though?
Well, it's a tablet. They didn't say portable, did they?
Yeah, it says
it's
affordable.
already obsolete. If I was going to buy something
27-inch tablet monitor.
Well, how much does the Cintiq cost, Ian? That's the thing. It's
about like $2,000. I mean, it's pretty close.
Well,
I'd rather spend that $300 more to get a Cintiq than that piece of shit.
Well, I mean, for the 27-inch model,
Dude, you're getting a Dell.
I mean, the 27-inch model is more than $2,000. That's like the 22 is like $2,000. That's more.
Oh, 5 inches.
That's what she said. If the price were lower, I'd be really, really interested. As it stands, I am poor. I got to buy a new motherboard.
You know, I care more about that 12 DVD complete Beavis and Butthead collection coming.
Yeah. I want to see the debut of Imaginary Mary.
Did you say debut? Like debut Montana?
Dub Bears.
Dub Bears.
These nuts. So yeah,
Okay.
it's something that was already obsolete before it even went to print.
Well, the thing is, I see this as good because competition will stir the people that are out there in the space to make better products. Because right now, the Microsoft Surface, Studio that's out, there's already questions about its quality is a little not. It's not. There's issues. It's not
Those
quite.
quality
Yeah,
is
what are the specs on this? Is like the parallax and stuff pretty good on it? Is it 2048 levels or whatever?
Well, they
What are some of the
show the
specs?
video. They show somebody using it. They say it uses the same dial settings as the Surface, and it comes with an even a second smaller dial, but I don't think it showed it in the video. And let's see, the display, it's got the resolution right there, 2560 by 1440, same as the 27-inch Cintiq, but less than the higher than 4K Surface Studio, which comes at 4500 by 3000.
It is a touchscreen too, 20-point.
Yeah, they show that. They show that in the video.
Oh no!
A person was touching it. What, Frank?
Did you see the article about the guy reboots Jetson as live action?
Frank, you should stop looking at all the other stories when I'm talking about one story.
But they're more interesting.
Well, fine then. Why don't you go through it and find us something that you'd rather talk about?
Well, no, I mean, I like this. I already told you all I thought about that tablet. Is that cool? If it was cheaper, I'd like it. And then I saw the Jetsons, and my mind said, "Ooh, oh, it's a video. I'm gonna watch this video while you guys argue."
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Meet the
Dell
Jetsons.
can't make anything that's commercially viable unless it's gamer related.
Well, theoretically, you could play games on it. They designed it so that you have your screen in front of you, and then they have it on the flat surface. It's different from
Johnny come lately to the tablet game.
I wouldn't say that it's lately. I'd say that they're trying to see if they can fit a space in it, because the tablet game is still kind of up in the air about who's really going to be the big dog right now.
And not Dell. Not Dell. Nowhere close.
Doug, why do you hate Dell so much, Doug?
Because we're talking about them right now?
No, because Dell has proven over the years that they don't really give a shit about anybody except for the gamers. That's about it. They don't really give a shit about anybody with gamers, because the gamers are the ones who spend the most money.
Well, if they make this for artists, then they can get a lot of money from them. So it's another market. Artists are going to want to buy an expensive thing if it makes a good art tool.
But if it's not,
market for them.
If it's not comparable to something else, like the Surface Studio or the Cintiq,
it is comparable to the. That's the thing. From the looks of it, it looks like the quality might be better than the Surface Studio, but that's the real challenge, is how does it compare to Wacom right now? Because
I'm about to do something that has never been done before on this show. I'm going to do something very unlike me.
Oh, okay? No.
Yeah, are you listening to this, Frank? So somebody get Frank's attention, because he'll want to pay attention to this. I might give him a fucking heart attack. Okay?
Okay.
What's up?
So I'm about to do something very unlike me.
Oh, no.
Okay? The Surface Studio looks like a fantastic piece of hardware. Okay? The Surface Studio actually looks, and according to what a lot of people are saying, feels like one of the better options as far as a studio-style hardware piece. Overall, back-to-back, front-to-back, everything, because it takes a lot of fantastic keys from Apple and does a lot of things on its own really, really well. Now that
I'm surprised you even know what a tablet is, though. I'm surprised you pay attention to that.
Well, I was working in electronics for 5 years, 6 years. I had to know. I kept up on every single thing that came out. The first Surface tablet was shit. The second one was a little bit better. The third one was a little bit of a throwaway because they just kind of tossed it out there. But it was actually a better unit than most of the earlier ones. As it stands right now, any tablet that Dell came out with from the beginning was shit. Complete shit. I'm talking horrible refresh rates on screen, horrible response times, horrible everything. We used to sell Dells and they'd come right back. Same with a lot of the lower end computers, because they would go with the absolute bare bones on what was available. So Dell overall has a horrible reputation in the consumer technology market right now. They can't keep a foot out of their ass unless it's for a gamer console or a gamer unit.
So, what's this article you got here about Woody Woodpecker, Ben?
Oh no! Don't click on that, Frank.
Click it. Click it.
No, that's all right.
You put the link in there. You want us to click it.
No, I was showing you that before the show, Frank. That was a long time ago.
On the screen, we're going to the screen.
Dell has seen better days too.
He's seen better days.
I've seen better days.
So they made a CGI.
I'm surprised you guys haven't said anything about the CGI Princess Leia and that general in Star Wars, Rogue One.
I haven't seen Rogue One.
Why not?
I'm behind.
It's a good movie.
Star Wars is uninteresting.
Oh yeah, this is in Spanish, right? It was made in
Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil. If it's made in Brazil, it's going to be in Portuguese.
Peekapoo.
Peek-a-pow.
Peekapoo.
Is that a dong?
Pikachu, I choose you.
So wow. So like real people see if I was walking around and I saw a Woody Woodpecker in real life, I'd shit my pants.
Well, remember they made that Sonic the Hedgehog fan film where they got Jaleel White to voice Sonic.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway,
That's a wiener.
That did look like a wiener, man. Yeah.
okay.
It's going to be really interesting when the Content ID flags this video.
It's a wiener with Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah, sure, guys.
Okay.
Whatever.
Do we have a trivia topic this week? Because I know I was.
This isn't monetized anyway, so.
Trivia topic for the week. Why do I keep coming on this show?
Well, it's because
Oh, come on,
you
man.
still think it's yours, so you hop onto it.
Oh, I don't know.
I got to do my show. Check out my Tumblr.
Because you
Check
keep
out my
inviting
Tumblr.
me, I'm sorry.
Then it's like, here's my Tumblr.
Oh, you guys.
You guys. Do they have an NES quiz? See which one of us knows the most about NES?
Well, I was thinking about, we could do that, or I was thinking about, like, if you guys, they have any New Year's or holiday trivia or something.
I think it did that once and only turned up like one quiz.
What, for holidays?
Something like that. I can't remember what you looked up.
I don't know. The U.S. holidays.
Sure, that one says it's tough. Hanging tough.
Yeah. Also, I got a new spin on one of those, the Google game. That we can do
Why don't we
after
just
this.
play those?
No, we gotta do the
Come on,
theme
man,
song,
you
guys.
you hate having to think, don't you?
The trivia is
Okay.
not as good as these things. We had better discussions with those.
We had better discussions. We go, God, why would somebody kill their own baby and eat it?
Just eat it.
You don't get that when they ask, so what year did they come out with the...
Well, how often do we read those and go, really? That's the tough
Let's see.
question.
Let me ask,
This
if they...
reboot came about in 2016.
Yeah, trivia at the end.
Yeah, trivia.
Yeah.
Your heart wasn't in it then.
No. Is
Trivia at the
the news thingy.
I've got.
Well, you guys keep sitting there going, "It's not your show now. Dance, fuck, dance, you little monkey fuck."
Dance, Bucky.
Dance, fucker, dance.
Dance, fucker, dance.
Dance, magic dance.
Now Urbance, motherfucker.
Bird, motherfucker, bird. I gotta do this show because I'm so depressed about my computer crying, man.
Yeah, this. Oh,
Dude,
I'm trying to
when
get
the show's over, I'll show
Take
you
it off
my
your mind.
office.
There are things to be sad about, like how Coachella is like all anti-LGBT or Q, whatever, or and like, yeah. You guys heard about that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hippies, except, free love hippies. Fuck those guys. Okay. Let's start this up before we go off on a tangent and it's 4 in the morning. And we're 5 answers in. God damn it. Okay.
Wissy's family.
Traditionally, which month has no holidays in it in the USA? March, February, August, or July?
It's my turn first.
Sure, you're up there first, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna say March.
Seriously?
You suck.
I'm gonna say
Ben?
August.
I was thinking March or August.
I'm going to say August because St. Patrick's Day is in March.
That's not a holiday.
Okay.
Romance.
And you're not right either. That's not a holiday. The U.S. celebrates President's Day as a legal holiday in February, but which 2 presidents are actually being celebrated? George Washington and John Adams, Theodore and Franklin Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, or Andrew Jackson and Abraham Lincoln? Ben, this goes to you.
I'm gonna say Lincoln and Washington.
Lincoln and Washington.
I too will say Lincoln and Washington.
Yeah, me too. Yep. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Back when I went to school, fuck you, person who wrote this. We don't care about when you went to school. Fuck you.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck you, man.
Very nice, Frank.
I saw a thing online with a list of books that are going to be made movies soon, and there's a movie book that's basically like fucking Groundhog's Day, except I don't think they'd play it as a comedy. So it's going to suck. Anyway, Groundhog Day is celebrated on February 2nd each year in the United States and Canada. But what is the name of the Pennsylvania groundhog whose shadow tells us how many more weeks of winter weather there will be? Pittsburgh Paul, Punxsutawney Phil, Philadelphia Peter, or Pintella Patrick?
Wow, this
I
is
think I know the name.
hard questionnaire.
This one goes to Doug. Punxsutawney Phil.
That wasn't the name in the movie.
Yeah, let the groundhog Phil.
Yeah, I'm going with that one. Ben, you're going with the crowd.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Yep.
Punxsutawney these nuts.
Okay, I don't think that anyone's ever done that before. Okay, what is the holiday where grown-ups party all lang syne, where grown-ups party all lang syne is played and kids get to stay up? Seriously?
Yeah, this is terrible.
What did I say about this before we started the trivia tonight, guys?
Shut up, Superman sucks.
This is New Year's Eve, Saint Swithin's. What the fuck is Saint Swithin's Day? All
Saint
Saints
Swithin's.
Eve or New Year's Day? Wow, is that a thing? That's like Leif Erikson Day. You wonder, is it a real thing? Wow.
It's Rex Manning Day.
I'm gonna say this is New Year's Eve. Ian.
Okay, I will too say New Year's.
No, you're
Eve.
going with St. Swithing's or Swithy's Day. Swithins. Swithins. Is that
Smithers Day.
I was gonna say, is that Mr. Burns' assistant? No, Mr. Swithins.
That's when he was black, though, so it's all cool.
That's racist, Ben. You can't do
There was an
that.
episode where Smithers was black for no reason.
You can't do that. That's racist.
Yeah, people being black is racist, Frank. So
For one day, that's racist.
Okay.
Let's answer. Oh, hey, it's New Year's Eve. All right, I guessed that one. All right, I can guess stuff. Okay, that one was
Ooh,
worded
this is
funny,
this
too.
is a hard one.
In what year was National Grandparents' Day first observed? 1968, 1998, 1988, or 1978? This goes to Ian.
This is about grandparents. I'll just say the oldest day, 1968.
Ben?
I'll say 98.
I'll say
I too will say 1998.
Doug?
I'll say 78.
And he was right.
Yes.
Doug's taking the lead.
It's a non-religious holiday. Bullshit. What if you worship your grandparents?
Yeah.
Which of the 11 federal holidays was established most recently? St. Patrick's Day, Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, Flag Day, or Arbor Day? This goes to,
What was the question?
which of the 11 federal holidays was established most recently? St. Patrick's Day, Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, Flag Day, or Arbor Day?
Okay.
Ben, this is your turn.
I want to say Flag Day.
Huh.
Um,
Yeah, I want to say Flag Day too.
I can't remember. I'm going to say Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday just because I don't know about Flag Day, so I just want to be the odd man out.
I'll go with you, Frank.
I can't be the odd man out if there's two of us. That's an even number.
I'll follow you to
If you
the
leave,
pit.
I will follow. I'll follow you into the dark. Hey, we're right.
Yep.
Oh. All right then.
Good job, Frank. Thanks.
Woo! Phil, ass backward into that. Which animal brings colored eggs and represent?
Yep, trivia is so worth doing, right, guys?
Why is it? Why are some of these like
Let's do this. The
baby
bunny, everybody
idiots?
knows it's a bunny.
Don't worry, there's a bunny.
Look, and they went with the commercials because it's a bunny, a lion. What? Remember that? Or when they're auditioning for the Cadbury eggs. What is the name of the holiday where kids go?
Uh, let's just continue. I'm superseding this. We're just gonna go to the Google right now, and we're gonna we'll go to whoever gets to
Let's
15
go to Google
first.
before these guys die laughing and we can't finish.
Was this a tough quiz? Seriously, what was the tough?
I went to it because Frank said, "Yeah, do that. It's tough."
It said tough, right? Didn't that say tough?
I don't even know.
Can you
It sounds
imagine
like
what
John-
they think an easy quiz is?
I sound like John Knoxville when he's talking about putting powder in his butt and he farted. He said, "Could you see it go poof?"
Okay,
Okay.
I
Bill
got
Gates
my new
versus
spin on this game is no, we're not doing that. My new spin on this game is what do you think about who gets the closest to the number is going to be actually get the point?
Oh, so we're playing by Price is Right rules now, huh?
Well, it'll take us a lot longer to get up to 15 and shit.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
Well, one of us would get it. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, which one's the closest, Frank?
So, okay. Bill
We'll try. We'll
Gates
see how it does.
or
So
Sergio.
only one of us will get it.
Yeah.
Which one's Bill Gates versus?
No, don't ignore the Bill Gates. Go to the one that you can't see the number on.
Well, I'm trying to decide how they word it. I think that guy is lower because I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
No, like
I'll go higher.
I think we'll just pretty much focus on the right one. Like, just worry about how much this guy is gonna get, and like whatever number you think it'll be.
I'll
Try to
go
guess that.
higher. Higher, 1,220,001.
You bid $1, Bob?
I will say lower.
No, you guys don't understand. You got to actually try to guess what's closest to the number. So, like, say if this guy has 600,000, whoever says 650,000 is gonna be like, say if that's the closest.
I said Sergio is going to have 1,220,001.
So you think this guy has one more person searching for him than Bill Gates does?
Yes, sir.
I think this guy has 50,000 people searching for him. I think he's lower.
I'm going to say lower, and I'm going to say 5,000 because it takes a lot to get a significant number in searches.
But he looks like, is he a soccer player? Because
I'm guessing since he's kissing a Puma shoe, he's either an athlete or a foot fetish guy. Okay,
well, if he's a soccer player, soccer is big everywhere except America, so he can get a pretty good following, man.
Yeah, but will you get Bill Gates numbers, right?
I say 50,000.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I'll guess like 20,000. So let's see what his number was. 165. Who was the highest number on that?
Me.
You, Frank?
Right? Or was
Frank was the highest without going over.
Yeah, Doug went over
by about several hundred thousand.
Oh, fuck this. This is too involved.
What did I tell you?
We'll give that one to Frank, but
it's just like, hey, I got this idea for a new way we're gonna play the game. You have to say it in Spanish. Yeah, fuck, I don't speak Spanish.
You gotta phrase it in the form of a question.
It's
and in Pigland.
It's like it's too hard to remember the numbers and stuff.
Air day, who's day, who's scout. Okay.
But
Elaine,
we'll just say higher or lower.
Versus facepalm.
A facepalm. The facepalm. That's what that idea was a facepalm.
I think facepalm is higher.
Yeah, I would say that was higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna say facepalm because
40,000 and a half ain't nothing.
Higher. Higher.
Okay, I was saying higher. Did you say higher, Ben?
Yeah, I said facepalm's higher.
Everybody said higher then.
Can you get high? Wow, that's a lot of Jesus. That's a lot of people.
You said higher, right, Frank?
Yes.
We all did.
Yeah, you said we all said higher. You don't remember that?
Well, I said that. I was just kind of asking.
Facepalm versus BNP
Paribas.
It's gonna be lower.
Paribas.
So BNP
Paribas
is higher or lower than facepalm?
I have never heard of that. That's gotta be lower.
It looks like it's a bank, so I'm gonna guess it's higher.
I'm gonna say lower.
I'll say higher.
Okay. Whoa, 1,500,000.
Yes.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, if people are just Googling the term facepalm or they're Googling the fucking bank they go to, I think they'd rather Google the bank. So, BNB Paribas or Prague? I think Prague might be.
Prague's a country, so I'll say higher.
Man.
Prague.
I'm going to say lower.
I'm going to Prague, though.
I'm going to say lower.
Yeah, I'm going with lower.
Yep, lower.
Let's go there. Oh, yeah, man. Ben, you're not having good luck tonight, man.
Yeah, none of this matters.
Because they're a bank, people are looking up money. Okay, Prague versus childcare. I'm gonna say childcare is higher. Childcare is higher.
Childcare is higher.
Higher. Can you take?
Oh wow! Nobody cares about childcare.
Fuck your.
More people care about Prague than we thought.
No, people care about the bank more than they care about Prague, but they care about Prague more than children, I guess. They're like, how can I get away from these kids? Let's go to Prague. Anti-Semitism or scented candles. Holy shit.
What if anti-Semitism was higher than the childcare? Actually, it is. That's funny.
I think scented candles is going to be higher because I don't think people are going to Google the term anti-Semitism unless they're looking for examples of.
Well, they might be wanting to sue somebody over anti-Semitism, and they would have to at that point.
I'm going to say higher.
I'm going to say scented candles has higher, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say lower, just because. None of this
Yeah, I'll
matters.
say lower.
Oh.
What's up, bitch?
Ben got that one. So, for our audio listeners, me and Ben are tied at 7. Doug and Frank are tied at 10.
Aaron Schwartz. This is cricket.
Who's Aaron?
Oh, by the way, I'm cashing in my rematch today. By the way,
You what?
cashing in my rematch.
You can't declare that halfway through the match. Come on.
I declared the title defense halfway through last time.
Title match.
I'm gonna say people look up cricket higher.
Well, who's Aaron Schwartz?
Higher.
I have no idea.
I'm going to say Schwartz for the simple fact that even people in England don't know how to do cricket properly. So
Down.
lower.
Higher.
I'm going with higher. So what did you say, Frank? Lower?
Higher.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well,
Wow. People like
5 million.
Hey, where's the score?
So Ben guessed lower, right? Yeah.
So
Okay,
therefore,
cricket
lower.
or diving.
Oh yeah, that's got to be lower than 5 million.
Yeah.
Diving.
Again, we don't even know about cricket.
I'll be the
Yeah.
odd man out. I'll say higher.
I'll go lower.
Lower. Ben, did you say lower?
I think more people are interested, but 5 million is quite a lot to search for cricket.
Yeah. That's
I
crazy.
mean, it's going to be hard. I mean, when you show a picture of it and it's like a couple of guys playing cricket or somebody in bikini diving, it's like,
Right.
well, yeah, people are going to
Look
find
at
that.
diver, man. She was hot, is what they're going to
But
say.
it's like, how often do you think to look up the word diving? And wouldn't you say scuba diving? You know,
And it could be interchangeable, I guess.
I guess I'll say higher. Why not?
So Ben and I both say higher.
None of this matters.
I'm going with lower.
Yep, lower.
Yeah, 160.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, diving or Taoism?
I want to say Taoism up because, come on, 165, and it's a religion, isn't it? I mean,
Higher.
I'll say higher.
What are you going with, Frank?
I said higher.
Okay, I'll be the odd man. I'll go with lower. Let's see how off I was. Yeah.
oh, come on! What the? What the?
Catching up.
Tokyo's got
Taoism.
Higher.
Oh yeah, that's definitely got to be higher.
I mean, look at all the businesses on that street right there.
Yeah.
Holy-
Actually, it's 673,000. It's not as high as I would think, though.
Ooh, autism versus Tokyo. That sounds like a horrible movie.
That's a hot thing right now. So, I would say that's higher.
Yeah.
People with kids worry that their kids have autism, and then they worry about where to go. Yeah,
The shots with autism.
diseases are a thing. People will search the shit out of diseases and phobias and shit. Yeah, autism.
Yeah. Autism
Higher.
Higher.
I'll say higher. Yeah.
I mean, we're probably all fucking wrong, but
No,
Oh, yeah, marginally.
it's,
I
I told you it's hot.
What the hell are we looking at here?
23,000.
Pan's Labyrinth, Frank.
Autism versus Pan's Labyrinth. What the fuck is that?
Pan's Labyrinth's a Guillermo del Toro movie, Frank.
I'll say lower.
Yeah, I'm gonna say more people are searching for autism than the great Pan's Labyrinth movie.
Yeah, lower.
If Frank doesn't know what it is, well, that tells you what the average American knows.
Hey, I'm an average white man.
Yeah, I'm going with lower. Is
Yeah,
that
lower.
what you, Frank? What did you go with?
I said lower.
Okay, so we're all
Other
lower.
than what the fuck am I looking at? I said lower.
We're all lower then, right?
Yep.
Okay. 201. Yep.
Well, that means Doug won.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's 15. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Where's his victory music? So we can use victory lap.
He keeps the belts.
No. Now, Doug, before you do your victory lap, did you get those off of Amazon?
No.
No?
No.
My wife and I actually, we were on Amazon the other day, and I don't know why, it suggested shit for some reason. And you can buy a championship wrestling belt. I don't remember what belt it was or whatever. It was like $500 fucking dollars.
Oh yeah, if you actually want to buy 10 pounds of gold, you go to www.shop.com. You can get a fully tricked out.
Well, I tell you what, you know, shop.com, the leaky chicks.
But no, this was on Amazon, and it had 2 reviews. And the one dude was like, "Jules full out as soon as he got it."
Huh.
But they they give you replacements, so it's okay. Oh, WWE replica Winged Eagle Championship title belt. That's $379.
So here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I see these 2 nice little belts here next to me. So there's only one thing to do. And that is to merge these titles into one grand championship. So not only
Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah.
and not only am I the world heavyweight trivia champion, I'm also the NXT trivia champion. I am now the undisputed trivia champion of these United States.
Can we take that title away from you eventually? Do we get to win that?
The fact is that these belts are just possessions. Okay? I'm really a meat and potatoes type of guy.
I like taters.
These belts right here mean nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink these down into a vapor, and they're going to become part of me. Okay?
He's gonna vape them.
Okay? And then you're going to have to kill me to get these away from me, and these right here are going to be sitting in here for the rest of my life. That's right.
Check it out, Doug. Click on that.
Oh, yeah. The White Intercontinental Championship. It's actually the old school version of the Intercontinental Championship that they currently use.
Is that worth every penny?
If you actually get like an official replica from WWE Shop, yeah, it's worth every penny. Oh, shit. Oh. But yeah, dude, like if you actually buy one from WWE Direct, if you actually pick up the WWE Championship or the Universal Championship, you can get specialized plates on the sides from like your favorite wrestlers and stuff. And if you get some of the older ones that come with the nameplate, you can get your name engraved on some of the plates.
For a fee.
For a nominal fee, yes.
Oh, nominal.
Or now, what you really need, and I'll find it for you real quick. Oh, you don't like this. See if I wonder if it's actually on sale anywhere. But yeah, over here. Somebody was actually these are a little old school here.
What are we looking at there, Doug?
Hold on,
Yeah, you got a link or something?
Yeah, I'm popping the link right now.
I'll be like it's hot.
Frank, while he's doing that, did you see that new Furious P video with he did the Toe of Satan with that? What was that guy from the WWE or something too?
What? I don't know.
Let me go to
Official Wrestling Museum. Wow. Retired. Wonder how much those cost you.
Good luck finding one. There's only like 3 in existence, apparently. If that. That right there is the FTW belt, also known as the Brooklyn World belt, also known as the Fuck the World belt.
Yeah, this video is with Austin Creed.
Xavier Woods. Now,
Yeah,
you want
what
to
do you
talk
think
about
him,
a
Doug?
gamer? He actually is like a really heavy gamer. He got to play some of the beta versions of Final Fantasy 15. He actually is in pretty well with a bunch of different companies. He does a Madden tournament and FIFA tournament every year. Yeah, dude's actually pretty cool.
Frank, I linked you to the Furious Pete video.
Oh, okay. I saw you looking at the thing. I didn't see the link.
Now, see, fuck all that, though. What you need to watch is Wrestle Kingdom 11. Watch Kenny Omega.
Well, then. And with that, I think it's time for us to say goodbye to present company.
Yeah, does Doug, do you have anything to plug? Does anybody have anything to plug?
Oh, I do have an announcement.
Go ahead.
Starting this week, I have started a new channel on VidMe. So there's going to be some exclusive content over on my VidMe channel. Looking to post up about at least one video a week, probably evolved vlog style. Maybe
Are you bringing the Crush Cast back?
Huh?
You bringing the Crush Cast back?
I'm actually heavily thinking about it. It's more about timing right now because of schedules and whatnot, and like my schedule in particular. So
if you'll have me, I'll be your guest on your first episode. If you want.
And so,
come and ruin that.
This is on VidMe, you say? Tell us
VidMe.
about
Vid.me. It is available on your. Excuse me. It is available on the iOS. I think it's available on Android as well. Excuse me as well. So it's not monetized or anything, but I'll tell you this: it's a very much going to be a player, and I like getting in on the ground level with players.
So is it going to beat Snapchat out for to be a player? Is it going to beat out Musically?
Honestly, probably. Because Snapchat wears on you. Like I got tired of Snapchat. They're trying to do too many things with Snapchat directly. VidMe is a little bit more of just like a standard YouTube style format without the bullshit.
Bullshit.
I actually thought about like starting a Patreon or something like that to kind of help out the channel and whatnot, but we'll see what happens with that.
Cool.
Doug, do you have any suggestions for this show as far as like I was trying to look for like the audio version of our podcast to have it distributed on. Like I saw that you were on Spreaker like a long time ago. I tried that, but then like they only give you like 5 hours for free or whatever. So we obviously we ran into a quick wall with that. Is there any services that you know of that would be good for a podcast?
Well, in the early days of the Crushcast, I was running on Podomatic. Podomatic does have a paywall after a certain point as far as your bandwidth goes. However, they treated me very well. You get a lot of exposure by going to Podomatic. And like I said, even though you are going to run into a paywall with Podomatic if you start garnering more and more followers and more listeners, what's really good about that is they will automatically distribute you to iTunes or to like iTunes for podcasts. And when you actually go through and look at your play stats and whatnot, you're going to get a much better idea of how your play stats work. At least when I was a member 2 years ago.
Did you pay for it?
Yes,
Were you
I paid
paying
for
it at the time?
Yeah,
What-
how
How much did you pay, and what was the bandwidth that you were paying for it?
I think they've changed it since I was on there, but I only paid like $7 a month, and I got like a gig and a half of bandwidth, something like that. But it worked really well. They actually have specific pages of the charts and things like that. I really did like Podomatic. The only thing was just the show was running a little stale because I was like running it every single week and we were running out of shit. We were very particular podcast, and also it just getting people on and getting schedules switched around the logistics was getting too much.
Yeah. The only other thing that I know that is totally free as far as no limitations is like archive.org. Yeah, the only other thing I thought of was just giving straight links onto the descriptions on our YouTube videos to the files. I'm like, because you could get like 15 gigs for free for like Dropbox or like Google Drive or whatever,
I'm almost like was it Mega Upload or something?
Yeah.
Some file sharing services and things like that.
Well, thank you guys for coming on. It's been an awesome show.
Yeah, wish Frank good luck with his computer. Everyone.
I'm gonna hopefully buy a motherboard again soon and be up for hours again staring at the fucking thing.
By the way,
you think you'll be able to get it by next week?
I don't what?
Stay on after the show, Frankie. I got something to show you.
I'll put that away. Put your weenie away. But
if you get a motherboard like within the next couple of days, I mean, is that enough time for you to get within like a week or so?
Well, thing is with my work schedule, I don't know. I really don't. We haven't been on overtime for a week, but I don't know how it's going to be next week. And as it is, I have to wait on my wife. So I'm trying to get the fucking thing back together fairly quickly. I could order online, but it wouldn't be as fast as just going to the store and buying it.
Right. Why don't you just go to Micro Center?
That's what I was going to do. It's just...
Micro Center, isn't it by your work pretty close to work then, since it's in Columbus?
Yeah, but I wouldn't leave till later in the evening. And it's already 7, 8 o'clock by the time I get home, and I have to eat dinner for a normal day. It's not right by my work either. It's in the city, but I still have to go to the other side of the fucking. It's like the east side or something like that. So we have to go out of the way basically. So I either have to make a special trip up there this weekend, or take extra time during the week, where I can get it and I won't be able to do anything with it, or I don't know.
Well, on Friday maybe just go up there and go in and get out. It'd probably just take like 5-10 minutes.
I'm trying to get up there this weekend. It depends. There's other stuff I gotta do. So
I'm just saying because why waste a whole trip during the weekend? Because that's pretty much like driving back up to work, Well,
because I can sit up and all night on the weekend and actually fuck with. I'll have time to do it. If I do it on my way home from work, I won't have any time to fucking do it when I get here. It's already gonna be dark. I want to go to bed. It's just like my car. When I used to have to drive to work on my car that was in storage, after working 8 hours, you don't feel like sitting under the hood for another hour or two. You want to go home and go to fucking bed. So,
excuse me.
Ooh, what was that?
That sounded like
death. Belch, Frank.
That's a
Human
duck
beings
call.
do this thing when they have gas.
Anyways,
Anyway.
let's get out of here.
I was going to tell people, come and visit my blog. I'm updating it hopefully twice a week, and I'm also bringing the No Rights podcast back. So once I get...
Check out Ben's Tumblr.
Check out his Tumblr.
Our power fans will be able to check out Ben's site.
Yes, just go to norights.net, and you will find my site.
Doug, Ben's been on the dating apps and stuff, and I was asking him, what did you put on there? The 3 things he loves: Hawaiian shirts, cartoon brew, and Tumblr.
Check out Tumblrs.
Tumblr. Check out the cartoons. Check out the Tumblr. Tumblr. Check out Tumblr.
By the way, nice shirt, Ben.
It was laundry day. Thank you.
It's a very dangerous day.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you on the other side, guys.
That's my line.
Shout out Soko.
Boobs.
Shout out Soko.
Nice.